Hey everybody, welcome to Brave Yet Stupid, a tabletop role-playing podcast. I am your host and game master, James. With me are the players Joe,
Sup?
Austin,
Hey!
Ty, Evan,
The odd man out.
and we even have a guest studio audience member here today. Just say hi, Corey.
Pleasure.
He's watching with us. Alright, today we are playing a game called Aberrant, which is a game that might be older than most people at this table. No, I'm just joking. It is from 1998, if you can believe it. It is a role-playing game about superheroes, which I'll explain a little more in a second. But first, let's figure out what superheroes our players are playing. If everybody give me a brief intro of your character, that'd be great, starting with Joe.
So my character's name is Gregory Reed Jones. He's a doctor in medicine. Basically, the way he got his powers is through the study of medicine. And he was experimenting with a vaccination where it all went wrong. Where a coworker happened to bump into him and he spilled the substance on him. And it was absorbed in his veins. And his eyes turned ice blue as well as his veins. But then everything went normal. But then he felt a sudden increase in intelligence and made a breakthrough on his research that basically became a cure of most vaccinations. But his arch nemesis are the anti-vaxxers. He hates them with a burning passion.
Okay, so we got a superhero doctor that gained his powers from an experiment gone horribly wrong. What about Austin?
Hey, I play Lloyd Megaton Merton. I am the team boxer and now resident Hulk. Straightforward guy, been boxing since he was 17, trains way too much. Now, he used to be the regional welterweight champion. Now we got a new one to get.
Cool. And you got to fight other Novas, or as they call themselves, or superheroes. They're known as Novas in the Nova League for boxing, which is even crazier. Joe, what was your character's name again?
My character's name is Gregory Reed Jones.
Gregory. Okay, so we got Gregory and Lloyd. All right, next up is Ty. Ty.
The Dino Guy.
That's right. Ty, who are you playing?
I am Alan Sattler, a paleontologist rising to fame, and on an expedition in Montana, I slipped into grass formed from a limestone deposit, and as I was being crushed by the loosened rock, I willed myself free from it and discovered my power of pterokinesis, and with it have risen to paleontological glory, finding many new species and publishing many finds, some of which you may have heard of.
Pretty cool. All right, so we got a super-powered boxer, and we've got a super intelligent paleontologist that digs with his very mind. Next up is Evan.
I am Morrow the Illusionist, stage name, and I'm a fairly known magician and had some numerous fans and admirers. But there's always the crazy ones. I had an obsessive fan that I was the center of her world, and she wanted me to be, and she wanted her to be the center of.
Ty, come on, man.
So I'm the center of her world. She wants to be the center of my world. She crazy.
So an obsessive stalker hunted you down. So how did you become a superhero?
I was actually kidnapped by this obsessive fan, and during one of these forced private shows, I did an illusion that ended up catching her into the illusionary world. I escaped, called the cops, and she got arrested.
Which I bet you she has sworn that you will be in her clutches again someday.
Yes.
Okay. So
Like
we've
an
got a
apex
master
predator.
illusionist, in addition to an awesome paleontologist, a powerful boxer, and a super smart doctor. Good team, good team. So Aberrant, there's only a few things you need to know about Aberrant. The first is it was a near future game in 1998 when it was released, so it's the year 2007. Wow. Woo, we're living the future. But the 2007 Aberrant is significantly more advanced than the world we live in. They have a much more advanced internet than we even have today. And they have a Nova-obsessed culture where they are obsessed with superhero lives and entertainment and all types of things. There's even like a wrestling league for Novas called the Extreme Warfare Federation. Yeah.
Now, question, is Bush still president or no?
I don't know. Let's leave politics out of this.
Whatever happened with 9/11?
9/11 didn't happen in this world.
Yes.
It's a good world.
No war in the Middle East.
There's no war in the Middle East, no.
Yet.
Another thing, the only faction you need to know right now in Aberrant is that there's this group called Project Utopia that are basically the UN for Novas. They use the power of Novas to better the world. And one of their pet projects is where our game is taking place in Detroit, Michigan, where they are trying to revitalize the city using Nova intelligence and Nova superpower.
Nothing has changed except for superheroes.
Yeah, to some degree. You guys are all a member of Project Utopia's Team Tomorrow, their organization of powerful superheroes who are going to clean up the streets and make life a better place for everybody. That's where we're starting out with this.
As a quick note, does that mean we have 2 doctors on the team?
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
A doctor of paleontology and a doctor of medicine. Very interesting.
Doctor?
There are 2 NPCs that you guys should know already. Doctor. There are 2 NPCs you guys should know already. Oh, what was your... that was Morrow?
Yeah, Morrow.
Morrow, okay. There are 2 NPCs you guys should know again.
If you pronounce it the wrong way, technically we have 3 doctors. Moreau.
Oh, yeah, I owned a Dr. Moreau. Very well. All right. The first is an NPC named Marissa Alcott. She's the liaison between you guys and Team Tomorrow in the Detroit metro area. She's a baseline human. She's a young go-getter with a lot to prove. She's a serious fandom of Novas, particularly Cestus Pax, the leader of Team Tomorrow. She has a sizable action figure collection in her office and hopes to one day make the Detroit Team Tomorrow as popular as the regional Team Tomorrows in other continents. She has a distinct habit of clinging on to you guys and asking you to go for drinks after work, a successful mission to avoid her day-to-day life of being a 25-year-old potential cat lady.
Now, does she have a large collection of action figures, or does she have a large collection of action figures?
I mean, like, her office has a glass case with a ton of, like, premier action figures inside of it.
Not entirely what I meant, but still noted.
All right. The other NPC you guys should be aware of is Jerome Hankins. Jerome Hankins is the leader of Project Utopia operations in Metro Detroit. His official title is Controller, but he prefers Boss. He's a former Detroit police officer and a bit of a hard ass. He's especially concerned about potential collateral damage brought about by Novas in his employ, as the insurance rates are now through the roof. He doesn't tolerate backtalk, lip, or any question of his directives. He's kind of a prick. So, in our stereotypical cop drama, he's the, God damn it, Callahan, you can't do that, you're not above the law.
You're right. I am the damn it. 2 fucking seconds.
All right, any questions about all that before we begin? Any questions from our audience? Nope.
Do we have enough beer to get us through this?
What?
Do we have enough beer to get us through this?
I damn well hope so. I'm already halfway through my Stella here. Brought to you by Stella Artois. No, it's not. A beer is so good, its flavor hasn't changed since 1383 or something.
Stella, sponsor.
Yeah, sponsor us, please.
Then I've got this shit called Tecate.
Tecate. We're going to build a house later.
Not sponsored.
Well, the doctor's the only.
But if you do want to sponsor us, please let us know.
Yeah. All right. Everybody ready?
I am.
All right. Wake up! You awaken from your intermittent nap inside the Project Utopia Detroit briefing room to see Jerome Hankins, leader of the local chapter of Project Utopia, shaking a tablet computer in your general direction. He's typically a prick to begin with, but today he seems especially on point in regards to making your day a living hell. You almost address him by his title of Controller, which he hates, and instead call him his preferred nomenclature, Boss. A former Detroit police detective, Mr. Hankins is an imposing figure, even for a baseline human, with a stout frame and well-built muscles. We have a mission, gentlemen. Hankins flicks his fingers across the tablet, and a hologram whirs to life in the center of the room. It takes shape to the features of the Guardian building. This is not a drill, Hankins reiterates. This will be your first test as prospective members of Team Tomorrow. 20 minutes ago, we were relayed a phone call from the Detroit Police Department. Apparently, the Guardian building is currently in a hostage situation. The bank on the ground floor has been robbed, but the robbers apparently remained in place after police arrived outside. They have hostages and are making unreasonable and unintelligible demands. Your mission is to head in the building by any ingress necessary and neutralize the threat. Keep in mind, just because you can punch steel girders in half doesn't mean you should, Lloyd. If the repair bill for this operation exceeds the situation at the wharf last year, well, I'll make damn sure you're personally paying it off for the rest of your unnaturally long lives. Grab any equipment you need from the armory. Any questions?
2.
Yes.
1. What's the budget?
Like, how much is you allowed to destroy?
Just in case
let's
you
say
said
you're
any
allowed to
means
destroy
necessary.
2 resource dots of stuff.
So, okay, great.
Second question.
Yes.
Do we get our coffee first?
Yes, you can drink coffee on the way there.
Thanks for taking my question. Third
Marissa
question.
happily pours you a cup of coffee and delivers it to you with a smile.
Thank you, Marisha.
The question is, why do we need the doctor here?
Why do you need the doctor there?
Yeah.
Because there might be injured people. You heal people and you absorb damage and turn into mega strength. You're a superhero. Deal with it.
And how much am I being paid per hour for this?
A lot.
I hope so.
And while our hulky friend here may be invulnerable to damage because he heals it all away, eventually he has a limit and someone will need to pick his ass out
Oh,
of
that's
the
right.
dirt.
I forgot to give everybody their soak numbers. All right, so before we begin, because we're going to enter a combat right off the bat.
I have
So,
mine. But
You have yours, yes.
Yep, I have mine.
I do not have initiative or movement.
The only person that doesn't have it is Austin, apparently.
I don't.
You don't either? Or what's your stamina plus mega stam, Austin?
Stamina plus mega would be 6.
All right, so your bashing soak is 6. What's your non-mega stamina? 4?
Non-mega would be 4, yeah.
Okay, so your lethal, what's your mega stam? 2?
2.
So your lethal's 4.
Lethal is 4.
What's your stamina, Evan?
Stamina is 2.
2? Oh God. Do you have any mega stam?
Nope.
Your bashing is 2 and your lethal is 1. Don't be out in front.
No, that's why I hide behind the bruiser with just throwing knives.
Okay. All right.
I have a stamina of 5.
You got your soak already?
I think it's up to date, yes.
Let me take a look really quick.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. No, your stamina, yours is, your bashing's 5 and your lethal is 2.
Alright.
Make sense? I gotta look up one of your powers really quick to make sure I understand it. So,
Just when we did the last stream, you told me 5 or something like that.
no, that's wrong. You don't have any mega stam, right? Just got regular stamina.
Yeah, but it's maxed.
Yeah, that's 5 and 2 then. All right.
5 bashing, 2 lethal.
Hankins, okay. Hankins says, if you need further input, meet up with Captain Mulhaney in the situation truck and see what's going on the ground. And if you need any equipment, head to the armory. So what are you guys going to do?
I'm going
I'm
to the
heading to
armory.
the armory.
Going to the armory. All right.
First of all, I'm going to brush the rocks that I just grew on myself overnight, and then I'm going to head to the armory.
You're like a living crystal, basically.
I do
Yeah.
pick up a Turkish coffee on my way.
By the way,
Turkish
audience,
coffee?
that's one of the
it is
caveats
Detroit.
of my power. I have taint, meaning I have this weird defect that allows me to grow rocks on myself.
All right. Yep. He is taint. In the game, you can gain taint, which makes you more distant from humanity and gives you aberrations, which are like mutations. All right. They literally have every type of small arm available in the armory, and you can take whatever you want.
How many throwing knives do they have?
Throwing knives, they have a ton of them.
We are not taking all of them.
You can probably conceivably carry 5 on your person.
All right.
I'm going to take a standard police issue utility belt and a Glock.
All right, a
14.
knife does strength plus 2d10 lethal damage. To throw it requires athletics.
So strength athletics?
Yeah.
Right.
You want a Glock, so you want a heavy pistol?
Yes.
All right, a heavy pistol is 5d10 damage. It has a rate of fire of 3, and it has a magazine of 7 plus 1. I know that's not realistic, but that's the way the game's balanced.
Where do I put the magazine?
Anywhere near the item. I don't have a character sheet in front of me.
Don't worry, I'll just improvise. And what's the range?
The range is 50.
Range of a knife?
Throwing range, a couple meters, basically.
And I'm gonna grab a standard flak vest to wear under my...
Oh, you want armor too? Let's do weapons first. All right. Austin, do you want anything?
What do they have for unarmed? Anything?
Unarmed? Nothing's unarmed. You can carry some weapons, like melee weapons like swords and stuff, but you don't really need it with mega strength. You probably don't actually need any weapons.
I only came for body armor.
Wait, what's your soak already? Isn't it like
6'4".
6'4". Okay. I thought you had resiliency.
Oh, regeneration.
Oh, you have regeneration.
He's
Okay.
resilience.
The doctor. Does the doctor want any weapons?
I was gonna take the Glock when it was close range, and do you happen to have like a tranquilizer gun for distance?
Yeah, I can give you something like that. So, I'll give you a heavy pistol against 5d10 damage, 50 range.
Yep.
Rate of fire 3, 7 plus 1 the magazine. Yeah, you guys get all this for free too, because you're part of the organization.
And then, well, the other one
The
is...
trank gun will be a pistol as well.
Okay. So then I
But
can
it
just
doesn't do
modify
any
it.
damage.
Okay.
It does, but I'll say they have 5 darts.
Okay.
That's all they have because that's an unusual weapon for them. Or you know what? Hold on. I'll give you a taser.
Okay, that was my other option.
All right, the taser's 60-10 bashing. It's a little futuristic. It's a 20 yard range, effective range.
Okay.
It can only fire once, but it's got 20 charges in it. Like I said, this is the past future where they've made weapons more powerful.
Would I have had one of these with my standard issue police belt for all this nonsense?
I'll say you have an extra magazine and a flashlight.
Got it.
All right. No, please don't ask me that.
And then I have one more to ask. Do we have stun grenade?
I was just asked. Grenades. Yes, there are flashbang grenades,
Flashbang.
but they don't have any. They just have small arms.
Okay, no problem.
Gregory probably doesn't need armor whatsoever. Gregory is of course Joe's character. Lloyd might need some armor. You asked about who asked about a flak jacket? Was that you, Jay? All right, flak jacket adds 4 to your bashing and lethal soak. So whatever you have, add +4. Anybody else want armor?
I would.
Same here.
All right, Austin, I'll go with you first since you talked first. They have reinforced clothing, armor t-shirt, Kevlar vest, flak jacket, full riot gear, bomb squad armor. They don't have bomb squad or advanced body armor. They just have up to riot gear.
I'll get some riot gear, whatever I can fit over my body.
All right, that's 5 plus 5 bashing plus 5 lethal armor.
All right. And I think
And
that...
keep in mind, you have to return all this. You have to check it back in after each mission. So
Okay.
it's not like you can take it home with you. All right, Evan. What does Morrow need?
Something that fits his aesthetics.
An armored T-shirt. That way you can wear it underneath your magician outfit.
Yeah.
All right, that's going to give you plus 2 bashing and plus 1 lethal soak. I wouldn't erase it. I'd just put your base and then put plus 1 and plus 2.
Okay.
That way you remember what your base is, because you won't always have it on. All right, everybody done with the equipment in the armory?
I'm good.
All right, cool.
Do I have any pepper spray?
Yeah, I'll give you a can of pepper spray. It might not do anything, but you can have it.
Or boating? Dun dun dun.
All right. Okay. Is everybody ready?
I'm ready.
As ready as I'm gonna be.
All right. The drive to the Guardian building is actually, you don't even need to drive there. You walk down a block. Because the Nova the headquarters for Project Utopia is in the Fisher building, so it's literally like across the street. And you already see the riot van and all the police have it cordoned off with police tape and barricades, and there's a large crowd of people surrounding the entire area wondering what's going on.
Oh dear.
They see you guys arrive and everybody starts cheering like, yeah, Team Tomorrow's here. They're gonna solve the problem. And all the TV cameras focus on you and everybody's like, woo! The cops are like, why don't we
Ladies.
get that entrance?
I just simply do is take my aviators off and I just
As
say
a standard magic trick, I have a rose come out of my
Always the ladies, man.
hand it to some random lady and I just give them a
She swoons.
I grab one of the cops and just reach my arm over his shoulder and say, yeah, me and this guy. Come on. Here's for the boys
He
in
looks
blue.
at you like, please don't touch me, but then we realize you're just doing it. It's like...
I walk up to Captain or Lieutenant, highest commander there.
All right, that's going to be in the situation truck. That's Captain Mulhaney.
Good.
All right, anything you want to do before you enter the
I
situation
was going to
truck?
walk and take my aviators off and I just say, did somebody call the doctor? Unfortunately, my aviators are behind Evan. Other side.
All right. All right, so in the situation truck, Captain Mulhaney greets you with
Doctor.
a big handshake. Pleasure to be working with you, gentlemen. I'll tell you what we know. A girl with an Irish accent named Moira called in from the 20th floor after just narrowly escaping being abducted by the bank robbers. She escaped by ascending in an elevator. She's currently hiding from the hostage patrols, which seem largely concentrated on the lower floors.
Dear God.
So she might be safe, for now. For some reason, the OpNet connection to security cameras inside the building simply isn't working. It keeps jamming out, and we can only get bits and pieces of the feed. So we don't really know what's going inside the building.
So you're telling me we don't know anything? We don't know number of assailants. We don't know hostages. We don't know nothing.
That's why we called you.
I could find out by looking into computers, but I know a little bit about computer science that basically fits the system.
Sure, give it a shot.
Let's try that. And if
So-
it doesn't work, we need to eliminate the power so they can't use it against us.
The question is, for the rolling on this part, because it's been a while.
Yeah.
So I have 4 intelligence, but a computer rank 1, so it'd be 1 roll, or...
Or it's 5 dice.
Okay, 5 dice.
Difficulty 6.
I have 4 successes.
4 successes. All right. Yeah, you. Oh, what am I doing? I totally forgot.
Oh dear.
You are instantly shut down by an anti-hacker.
This person's an expert.
They have someone like this on their team?
Apparently so.
This is much
This
more
would
serious.
explain why the OpNet keeps crapping out.
So here's a good question. We heard some ridiculous demands being asked for. What are those?
Yeah, they asked for a cheese pizza from Florence, Italy. Then they asked for, what was it, a submarine, like an actual submarine to escape. Nothing, every time we talk to them, it doesn't make any sense.
Is it a new thing or is it the same items?
There are different things every time.
All right, what's the latest one?
A goat.
They've cut us off from the inside. We need to cut them off from the outside. What can we do for cutting off the power to the building?
If we cut off power to the building, it'll have backup power for about 3 hours based on its battery backup system. Do you want us to do that now?
No, it would take too much time.
How many sausages?
How many sausages? We estimate that based on the camera feed in the other buildings which you saw people entering, exiting, and the number of employees that are supposed to be in the bank, we estimate there's probably about 30 to 40 people in there.
And how many sausages have they demanded?
None so far.
This is good news. Sorry, just trying to lighten the situation.
That's fine.
All right. So we're going to need a proper distraction. I volunteer myself.
And what are you going to do?
I'm going to distract them.
How?
Well, I'm going to talk to them, then I'm going to walk up to them as far as I can, get to the building until they shoot at me. Then I'm going to put up a wall, you run forward, duck behind the wall, rush into the building, knock them out. You come in behind him, make sure that he's all safe, and you put up an illusion, making it look like there are other people coming in from the sides of the building.
How many riot teams do we have ready?
3.
Shields? Bulletproof?
Yep.
Good.
The only reason we haven't stormed the building is we don't really know what we're dealing with inside.
Is there any way that you could see inside?
I mean, I can talk my way there.
Like, how?
If you haven't noticed, I'm quite the charmer.
I'm a dude.
I don't think that matters.
No.
He's got powers that do that.
And
He
I have-
has the voice.
Yeah.
Morrow has actually had
Is that
male,
like the taint?
male fans send him love letters.
I don't doubt it. So
I got a
maybe want to
question.
get a look around the building first before they decide to charge.
I would
at the
love a
ground.
schematic of the building. Every single entrance and exit.
All right, they have a couple of cameras set up. The front door. The doors to the bank have been sealed with a chain and lock from the inside. It should be easy enough to break with super strength, but the noise will probably alert whoever is indoors. There aren't any interable windows from anywhere you can see on the ground, though there is a roof from which there should be access to get inside easily.
How high is the bank?
This is the Guardian building. It's about 30 stories tall.
So we can't toss anyone up there. Got
No.
Who needs to toss?
And the windows that it does have are like little tiny Art Deco glass slit windows, so you can't really bust in through the...
it. It's a proper siege.
Yeah.
They just don't have any bowmen.
Now,
The
before-
roof is being orbited by news and police helicopters. It's possible that the robbers might have an internet feed of the hostage situation and would see you coming. But nothing stops you from entering the roof entrance but a solid steel door.
What about basically the sewers, basically underneath, coming from the bottom?
You want to try to get in through like a sewer system?
Yeah.
You might be able to do that. There's a vault at the bottom of the bank that used to be the vault for the bank that they had there in the 20s, but now it's like a party space they rent out. That you can have a party in an old bank vault, but the actual bank is on the first floor, past some stairs. And there's a lobby with a big Art Deco entrance, and then there's some stairs, and then there's a walkway that leads to the bank, and the vault's underneath that. So you might be able to get in through there.
Do we have any video feeds or eyewitness accounts of the men entering the building?
No, that's the strange thing. The robbery appears to just have taken place inside.
Just happened.
Yeah, Captain Mulhaney says he's never seen anything like it.
And as we all know, Captain Mahoney has a lot of experience.
Yes.
So I have an idea. Shoot it down if you want. It's kind of dumb, but it might work.
Shoot down the building?
No.
Yeah, I think that's a horrible idea.
I should make a disclaimer to mention the last time we had somebody with mega strength and we played Aberrant, Kurt brought down the entire Renaissance Center and killed the entire party and everybody inside.
Sounds like
For reference, audience,
Mine's a little bit more controlled than that.
For reference, audience, I'd just like to state that Kurt is our impulsive friend who, at one point in another game, may or may not have beheaded several toddlers. Just to give you a bit more.
Hey, how's it going, Andrew? Thanks for listening. Yeah, I noticed.
Alright, so here's the thing. Chatterbox over there.
Oh, God, the wall is tall.
Not you.
He's talking about me.
Indeed. So we need some distraction. We need someone with manipulation.
It's what I do.
Good.
Maybe your tender hands and smooth lips can get your way into there.
I know it can.
So we got riot squads. Someone take a squad with them.
Alright.
Each of you take a
You're
squad.
gonna storm the building?
No.
Captain Mulhaney doesn't think that's a good idea. He wants you to recon first, and then he gives you each a police radio, and if you need to storm the building when you guys are inside, he'll call in everybody.
There's one other thing.
But you guys are Novas. You guys are superheroes. He doesn't want to risk his own people before he risks you, unfortunately.
So we're the Expendables.
Yeah,
Here's
exactly.
an idea.
I'll remember
Muscles
that this time.
and Magic Man go and circle around the building, give us a good look-see, try and see if they can find anything.
I was going to have you do that.
Me and Mr. Docker go into the sewers, and if there's a blockage, I can just move it.
So
Alright.
you go
Alright.
from the sewers.
I could investigate it.
So Gregory and Alan are going through the sewers, and Lloyd and Morrow are going to search around the building.
There's one other part of this plan that I want.
Sure.
I want them to call away the news feed copters.
Okay, they issue a media blackout and ask them to leave because it would compromise the operation.
While you're talking, everyone forgot that I have flight.
Yes.
I will float up to the roof.
Very shit flight.
I'll do it with time. I'm just hovering up.
Yeah, you have to hover up 30 stories.
Or is it like a flag?
While they're armed men.
You head up to
probably
the
watching
roof
like us.
and give me a perception check. That's perception plus. Where's the stupid character sheet so I can
Would
follow
it be
along?
awareness or investigation?
Awareness.
All right, cool. I get 4. 2.
2. This Deville the 8.
1.
1. You notice that the only floor that has lights on it, or that have lights on, because the bank was about to close, and that's everybody else was gone for the day, because it's a Saturday. You notice that the 20th floor lights are on, and so are the first and second floor, but nothing else.
Have you started talking yet?
I would assume so.
All right, so that's what you're doing. Let's go. You're going to try to talk to the hostage takers to the front door.
Mm-hmm. Impose as the negotiator.
All right, a magician dressed negotiator knocks on the front door
Yeah.
of the Guardian building. No one comes to answer.
Tough crowd.
You knock louder. No one comes.
The door locked.
Door is locked. It's chained and padlocked from the inside.
Doors.
You don't see anyone near the entrance at all. And it's a revolving door that's like jammed, and there's 2 side doors that are padlocked and chained, and you don't see anybody guarding this.
Hey, we're about to get into the sewers. Have you guys found anything?
There's no one on the first floor.
I'm on the roof. Only leaded floors are 1st, 2nd, and 20th.
Yeah, but did you notice if anybody's those floors? Do you see anybody on those floors?
Nothing from my end.
Well, if you remember, a girl named Moira is who called in the situation from the 20th floor.
I didn't see her, though.
Yeah, well, you can't see inside the windows. They're like little slits.
Right.
All right. The people in... so... Gregory and Alan are in the sewers. And it's really stinky and storm drainy and gross down there. But there is...
I think I just stepped on a dead rat.
Yeah, there is a service, like, staircase leading up to a door that gets into the building from here.
All right. I walk up to it.
All right, you walk up to it.
I use my flashlight and try and check under it to see if I can see anything through it.
Nope, nothing through it. It is solidly locked, though.
I go around the corner real fast and motion for the doctor to follow.
I'm gonna take a look and investigate that door. See if possibly there's something
It's always going to be 30 seconds behind real time. All right,
So
sorry.
I want to investigate and see if there's something interesting about this door, like if there's like a way to open it or some sort.
Give me a perception check, difficulty 9.
Okay. So that
And
would
I
be
better hope you
perception
make it.
investigation as well.
Yes.
All right. I have 1 9.
There is a Semtex bomb tied to the other side of this door from the looks of it.
I have an idea.
Do not touch it.
I'm not going to touch the door. I'm going to use my wall ability with my earth anima, and I'm going to move it.
You're going to make the door move.
I'm going to make the wall around the door move.
Okay. All right, roll, what's your shape roll? We got to look it up.
Before you do that, I'm going to contact our other team members and tell them that there's a bomb down here.
Yeah,
on the
wits plus elemental anima.
So 5.
Yep.
At difficulty
6.
How
How many you get?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I
Alright,
critted twice.
You move the wall and it explodes, and the entire hallway leading up to the entrance to the building implodes and collapses.
Right. So as I had pulled the doctor around the corner with me and such,
You hear some yelling audibly through the ceiling.
So basically let the team members know they know we're coming.
Am I coming through?
Pretty much they know the bomb went off down below.
Am I coming through?
might as well at this point. I mean, honestly, they're all going to be distracted down here, so...
I can't get in the building.
How many floors can my crush punch get me through?
Floors, one at a time. You're just going to punch through the floor, through the roof? You're not going to try to open the door?
No.
Okay, it might be poopy trapped. Good point. All right, you blow a quantum point and give me a mega strength plus might check.
Mega strength plus might.
So you add your strength, your mega strength, and might. And remember, every time you use mega strength, you have 2 points of mega strength, right?
Yep.
So you get 10 automatic successes.
Oh God, I forgot
We
that
were
part.
indeed given a budget.
Yes.
Okay, 6 difficulty.
Yep.
Oh boy.
1, 2, 3, 4. So
Yeah, you easily make it through the floor.
6 of them in total.
You easily make it through the floor and make a 3-point stance on the 37th floor.
Beautiful.
You accidentally blew through 2 floors.
Yeah. All right, what's around me?
A bunch of dust, rock, and debris, and aside from that, a couple laptop computer workstations.
Stairwell.
You hear shaking below you as the ballroom, which you graciously didn't break through because it's worth a fortune. The chandeliers are swaying back and forth from the impact. Did I mention that no building in Detroit's designed to resist an earthquake, too? So
Yeah, no.
okay.
Stairwell.
Stairwell. All right. You enter the stairwell and give me another perception check.
While that's going on, I'm back in the command truck. I'm like, I can't get in. It's locked.
2.
2. There's a video. You do a double take as you go around the corner of the stairwell, as there's a security camera there, but it doesn't look like the other security cameras. It looks different. What are you going to do?
Hopefully I'm smart enough to tear out the, you know what? Screw it. If I'm smart enough or not, I'll just rip the whole thing down to power it off.
It's actually a remote Wi-Fi camera.
We're playing Rainbow Six Siege.
We are.
Anyway, while you're trying to figure out what to do with that security camera and you guys are in the sewer, Moira calls on the phone exasperated. She's like, she rings on the phone and Captain Mulhaney takes it and can't calm her down. She's like flipping out on the phone.
Trying to do this kind of thing?
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Talk to the boss.
You're going to call up the boss?
I thought the boss was calling.
No, it's Moira.
Oh.
The girl that's inside the building.
Oh, I'm going to talk to Moira.
Goes, I'm scared. There was some type of earthquake. I think a bomb went off.
Oops.
Everyone kind of did.
No, it's the wharf all over again.
I'm hiding in the janitor's closet on the 20th floor, but I don't know how long until they find me. I jammed the door, but I think someone's coming.
It's all right. We're doing everything in our superpowers to handle the situation.
She goes,
Yep.
all right, roll a charisma check to try to calm her down.
Straight charisma.
Yeah, because this girl's on the verge of pissing herself.
Roll well.
Difficulty 6.
6, yeah.
That is 4 successes.
4 successes. Okay. All right, I'm under control. I'm gonna move to the other side of the floor, and hopefully nobody's out there.
Just be careful.
I will. She hangs up.
I can't do anything from here.
All right, so you guys are in the sewer. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna start clearing the rubble.
All right, you start clearing the rubble with
I'm
your...
going to make sure that I leave it structurally stable.
Okay, you use your shape ability again. So you're down. That'd be Anima's 2 or 3. I can't remember.
While he's doing that, I'm checking the surrounding in case something comes
It's a
up.
level 3 power.
Yep.
So you used 3 the first time you made the wall and moved it, and then you used 3 the second time. So you used shape twice.
All right, so...
So you're down 6 Nova points to do
Okay,
this.
so where are those again?
Huh? I mean, quantum points, excuse me.
I'm down 6 quantum points.
Yes.
Okay.
Because your powers cost quantum points.
Quantum point is quantum pool.
Quantum pool, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I don't have anything marked down for that.
I don't think we gave
Hey,
it
what's your
steps.
quantum score?
4.
4? You have 28 quantum points
Oh,
total.
okay.
You don't have to fill them out, and you just write it down. It's like MP.
Got it.
All
It
right.
was 21?
28.
28.
So you're down to 22 right now.
Sorry about that, gents.
It's
No
all right.
problem.
So while he's clearing the rebel, I'm basically like guarding him. So like in case something pops up, I have my
Alright.
pistol ready.
Yeah, somebody up above, you hear several doors slam, as well as what sounds like a vault door close and seal, and then some exasperated voices as they run upstairs. So somebody's running from what you guys did.
I attempt to hasten the pace.
All right.
Before that, can I have an idea of what the voice sounds like a little bit, like in kind of a idea
Perception
like
check.
yes. So that would be investigation
Perception awareness
or
this time.
Hmm?
Awareness this time.
awareness.
Yeah.
All right.
Investigation is looking for something specific. Awareness is like a general perception check.
I have 5 successes.
5 successes. All right, you hear 2 distinct voices inside the building. One sounds like it's a authoritative, commanding voice, like "Get, move, hurry up," and then a bunch of like screaming.
All right. And also, you said the vault door.
Yeah, you heard a vault door close.
Okay.
So you're right below the old vault, is what it
Okay.
sounds like.
I know, but what I'm gonna probably tell Ty is I think they're moving the hostages to the vault.
All right. Do I need to
Or
hurry?
out of the vault
That's
to
it.
upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Magic Man, you see any activity up there?
Give me a perception check.
Just perception awareness.
Yeah,
2.
2.
Difficulty of 6.
Difficulty 6.
2.
2 successes. All right. You can clearly see a bunch of hostages running, panicked and paranoid, and several people with handguns aimed at them heading up. But there's something really strange. All the people with handguns are bank employees.
Oh.
I radio that information. I tell Bruiser McBruiser, that's what I call him. One of the names I call him.
Yeah.
I have a bad
That
feeling.
Morrow's on the
I'm wishing you luck.
20th floor, moving around, going from a janitor closet. He's finding another hiding spot.
Okay. All right. You're heading down the stairs. Do you stop at the 20th floor?
Yeah.
All right. You come down. You have your Team Tomorrow uniform on. So you see a girl peek her eyes up from behind one of the cubicles, and she rushes up and she literally gives you a gigantic hug. She's around 25. She's got like shoulder length red hair and thick Coke bottle glasses, and she speaks with an Irish accent. It's got to be Moira.
I look her over. What is she all?
She's like, please get me out of here. They keep showing up on this floor.
Who?
The bank employees, they all have guns. I don't know. They're robbing their own bank.
You're telling me the employees are doing this?
She goes, I don't know. I just ran up here because one of them waved a gun at me. I got on the elevator and they didn't follow me for some reason.
You have an employee?
No, I'm just a civilian.
Anyone down there on the ground floor?
I
She goes, can't you get me out of here? I mean, it looks like you came from the roof. Can you fly?
I can, yes.
Please, you got to get me out of here. I can't take it anymore.
I wouldn't do it in my opinion. I would basically tell her to sit
You're not
more.
there.
Metagame.
No metagaming pigeon in here.
I'm going to give her a charisma check to try to force you to help her.
Uh-oh.
Because she is pretty cute.
While this is happening,
Give me a willpower check.
Willpower?
Yeah.
That's not good. That's cocked right there. 3.
Yeah, you're flying her out of there. All right, you levitate back down the ground and drop her off, and she rushes off towards the police who take her into custody.
I'm just holding her under my arm, and as I'm floating down, is there any additional information that we can give me? No one?
still clearing rock. How's that going, by the way?
You have a clear tunnel into the vault, like the vault that's below the building, not the modern bank
The
vault.
room that leads to the vault.
There's an old vault that they use for like parties and stuff. I'm not making this up here. I've been in this building, and it leads up to the main floor, and then there's a stairway that leads to the bank.
Okay. I start rushing up it, clearing whatever room or stairway I have to.
You make a structurally sound hallway, like tunnel, all the way up to the vault door, which is closed. They closed it behind them on the way out.
When I drop her off, I'll start going through the sewer entrance.
All right, you gonna go through the sewer too?
Yeah, but my clothes are gonna get dirty.
Then stay with Irish lady.
I'm going to use my wall
The police have taken her into custody, so she's not gonna interact with you guys. From
in
this
order
point on.
to form a basic seal over the vault and radio to everyone and tell the doctor, we don't know exactly what's going on. We need to get these guys now. The people in the vault will be fine. Because I have to assume there's vents in there to make sure they don't suffocate.
You are on the side of the vault that would be locked in.
Oh. No one in there.
No one in there.
Oh, well, then...
Past the vault door is where you need to go. And the only person who can get that open is you.
Not even if I were to, like, summon up a piece of rock and use blast in order to try and get through it?
You could try, but he's probably just going to be able to force the entire thing open.
Even if he punches me and I take the absorption and hurt it?
You could do that too, technically. But anyway, everybody's going to go through the sewer?
Yeah.
All right, everybody regroups in the sewer. All right, and you see the vault door in front of you. What are you going to do?
Muscles. Smash.
What's on the other side?
Don't know. But whatever it is, I'll summon a wall just real fast just to make sure.
Is it possible that I can hold onto the door?
Yeah.
I mean, if you just kick it open, then it's just going to go blasting out whatever's going to be on the other side, so...
And if it's the hostages?
The hostages...
We heard them all go up the stairs.
Yeah, they were on the first floor.
All right, let's push it open.
Roll strength might, including mega strength.
10 free successes.
I'm going to
Oh,
radio to the police officer in charge and notify him of what we're doing. And as I say, blasting through there's a loud bang that just blasts over the radio.
6.
Vault
6
door.
success, so that's 16 total because you have 10 on
16.
there. All right, you pull the vault door like easily off its hinges and just set it aside.
Oh, wait, fuck, we had a budget.
I think they'll understand that
I
one.
hope this bank has insurance.
All right, you're in the lower vault underneath the main floor.
All right, people, let's go.
All right, you head up towards the first floor. Art Deco style. It's Art Deco style with amazing tile work, and it bedazzles the entrance and the stairway leading up to the bank to the first floor on your right. A large banner for the Triton Foundation, Project Utopia's chief financial backer, billows from the ceiling in blue and gold hues. Another stairway leads down to the basement, the site of a former vault of the bank, now used as a combination... Oh, that's where you're coming from, sorry. So, you see this great big banner for the Triton Foundation, which is like the financial backer for your... for your guys' organization. And to the right, you see a staircase leading up to the bank. The stairway has 6 armed robbers guarding the stairway. They're all armed with small pistols and revolvers. Curiously, they all seem to be wearing the bank's blue and gold uniforms.
The stairway. Are they in the stairway guarding it?
Yes.
Are we coming behind them or in front of them?
You guys are down here, and there's the first floor in front of you, and they're in the staircase this way. You kind of peek around the corner and see them.
All right.
They don't have any hostages near them. Apparently, the hostages moved behind them.
Are they on...
Or somewhere. You're
Are
not
they
sure.
on the stairs?
They're on the stairs, yes.
I just crushed the structural...
Now is the time for an
supports.
initiative roll, sounds like.
Sounds... Yeah, probably
I was
good.
going to see if I could snipe. But I guess
So
not.
give me one... Well, you can on your turn. Give me a 1d10 plus your dex plus your wits and tell me what you get. Starting with Joe.
I have 11.
11. Austin.
9.
9. Ty.
11.
11. Evan.
It's dex plus wits plus the D die.
Yep.
So 15.
15.
Damn.
All right, so it goes Evan. I didn't roll for the robbers. Like I kind of to do that. And there's 6 of them, and they all go at once.
And don't you want Ty and I have a roll off? So
Sorry,
we
my
both
bad.
got 11.
No, I always just go this
Okay.
way when there's a tie. It makes it faster. So it goes Morrow, Gregory, Morrow, Gregory, Alan. Trying to memorize you guys' characters' names. And Austin. So Lloyd.
Yep.
And robbers. What would you like to do, Evan?
with my hollow, how big is the illusion?
It's bigger the more successes you get. The more complicated it is, the more is based on more
this
successes.
was kind of my plan to kind of hold off until he moves out,
Okay.
and then hollow. So looks like there's multiple.
You want to
Clones
make
of
like holographic clones of him?
Mhm.
Okay. Roll your hollow roll, which I think is manipulation plus hollow, including Mega Manip. We had 10 viewers for a point. We had 10 people watching for a little while.
So manipulation plus hollow.
Sorry, I probably scared him away.
No, it's
And then
probably they
plus-
didn't know what was going on.
So manipulation plus hollow. Anything else?
Yeah, it's Mega Manip if you got it.
Mega manipulation.
Every time you roll manipulation, you add Mega Manip. Difficulty
Mega
6.
if you got him.
Yep.
3, 4, 5, 6.
So you make 6 clones of Joe.
6 plague doctors.
Oh, Lord, me.
Of Lloyd.
Of you. You
Yeah.
want clones of you. Okay, 6 clones of Lloyd.
Because he's
Rocky
Big
Balboa
macho.
suddenly
It's
It's
swarms.
Gregory's turn.
While he does the distraction, I'll just go behind one of the clones and see if I have a better shot angle to take a robber.
Yeah, you can do that.
Right.
The clones appear to be like solid people, so you can kind of peek behind one of them.
And then I'm gonna try to shoot one of the robbers with the tranquilizing
With
dart.
the taser?
Yep.
Alright, the taser.
Taser or
Okay.
dart, either one.
Dex firearms.
Arms. I have 3 successes.
3 successes. They don't see you, so they get hit. They're gonna roll bashing soak, which is only gonna be like 2 for them. Wow. So the first robber, yeah, 3 successes.
Yes.
The first robber has takes 2 bashing damage. They appear zapped, but the strange thing is they don't have any reaction to being zapped. They just take the taser. It's quite odd.
Do we all see this as
Yes.
we're watching?
Can I see something that's on the robber? Like he's basically like has a device on him or some sort to make him
Nope,
look like him.
just regular bank employee. And they're all armed with different types of guns. All right, Ty, Alan's turn.
I'm going to use my shaping and take bits of concrete from the.
Just to mention, this is a priceless architectural jewel of Detroit. Just let that out there.
from the staircase
Which is also priceless.
and graft them onto my arms along with a rock. I have to imagine I've already grown onto it.
Okay.
Cross them over myself and then just bum rush up the stairs, knocking into as many of them as I can.
All
And
right.
getting
So you're doing 2 actions. So we're going to do your first is the shape roll, difficulty 8. Difficulty 7, excuse me.
All right. So
Wits plus elemental anima.
what was it?
7.
7.
7. 1 success.
1 success is successful. And then you're going to do a difficulty 8 dex, strength might roll, actually. Because you're just trying to plow through people.
Right.
And they're going to get an opposed roll chance to stop you, but they don't have a lot of
What
strength.
was that?
8. Sounds like a 0.
You slide back on your ass, sliding down the staircase after bonking into one of them and losing your balance.
Ow, ow,
And
too
you
much
take
rock,
one
too
bash.
much rock, too much rock.
You take 1 unavoidable bashing
I will
damage.
say that was brave, yet stupid.
That was brave, yet
Alright.
Title drop. Ooh.
please don't do that. It made all the coils resonate.
Sorry.
So I put that on bruised.
Yeah. Okay, so now it's Lloyd's turn.
All right.
And there looks like there's 8 of you, and they move along with you. So
Yes, they do.
As I fall next to him, I say, "Sorry for trying to do your job."
I would like to take 2 actions.
Okay.
Is there anything loose next to me on the ground?
Rocks.
No.
Huh?
Aside from like a few small pebbles from the priceless architectural jewel of Detroit, it's damaged.
Don't forget it. I'll take off my boot and do it.
Okay, you're gonna take off your boot? All the holograms take off their boot.
I chuck it through the window in the front.
To open the door.
We're gonna flood this place with cops.
Alright, you're gonna try to throw your boot through a solid steel chain? Is that the idea?
Is it covering completely the window?
Yeah, it's covering everything.
Alright, then maybe not that much.
Alright. Are you gonna try to slap a chicken to cook it next?
I might. You never know when it might be needed.
Alright.
Totally can do it.
I need an action.
Then we're gonna punch the front door open.
Alright,
And
mega
yell, let's
strength.
flood this bitch.
Mega strength plus might.
Yep. Oh god, wow. Okay.
Is that
So-
a good wow or a bad wow?
I just got 4 10s.
Please don't. Please.
Oh no.
Alright, you literally rip the turnstile door off its hinges and throw it into the street. And all the cops come storming in. The robbers never even get a turn because cops just start flooding in from every direction. But strangely, when the police enter in, the robbers all drop their weapons and raise their hands and act as confused as the hostages.
I quickly right myself and assume a heroic pose, covering myself with rock.
Walk
Yeah.
back over. Nice try.
The police literally handcuff and are zip tying the hostage takers, the robbers, and they're like, "What are you doing? I'm just a bank employee. What do you want? This is against our rights."
Before they do that, I want to go up and ask them, did they see something that happened to them before they just...
They look like they've just woken up out of a daze.
Where the fuck is that Irish chick?
I told you.
Please tell me you properly secured her with zip ties somewhere.
In lockup. With them.
Ty, I'm going to give you an experience point.
Hey, I was first to pitch.
I'm gonna be honest, James.
shot me
I knew
down.
exactly where this was going. I was just hoping it wasn't.
I think
A
we all
person
knew where
of
it
a
was going.
foreign
Just go with the
ethnicity
story.
somehow ends up on the 20th floor. There's no opposition getting to her. And then we give her a free out because she's just gotten what she
And
wanted.
you told them, shut the pigeon up.
Yeah, that's why I didn't say anything.
I think we all knew what was happening.
I knew it.
I just didn't have enough will.
I'm watching.
All right,
You
experience.
didn't have enough willpower. All right, you get an experience. Actually, I can give everybody an experience point. Kai gets 2 experience points.
Oh, cool.
I'm watching.
Experience
All right.
So I'm
Batman
quickly gonna
animated series.
radio into the police chief or whoever the fuck is out there, Mr. Mahoney.
Well, you guys are being brought in to interview suspects that they've arrested, like about an hour after.
Yeah, but
the
I'm
thing
asking about Agatha, whatever the fuck her name was right now.
Moira.
Yeah.
Who are you talking about? He responds.
God fucking damn it! And I smashed the radio on the ground.
Hold up.
Fuck the budget!
Hold up. Do we have surveillance with the cameras around the area that may?
You'll find out when you interview everybody what's gonna happen. So, all right. So there's several suspects. There's Tu Huang, who is janitor. Yvette Gardner, who is identified as the hostages as one of the robbers. Carlos Sandoval, who is also identified as hostages as one of the robbers. Both of them vehemently deny having any involvement in whatever with this robbery. And Derek Smith, who is identified by the hostages as a robber, but readily admits he was a robber.
I have a question for you.
Yes, Tom.
I play the bad cop each time, pick up my chair, and
We have to role play through it.
just
So
toss it against the wall.
okay.
The one that
This is kind of Evan's bag, so
Yeah.
let's let Evan do some stuff.
The one
He's good
that
cop, I'm bad cop.
All right.
the one that admitted to being a robber.
Yeah, Derek.
Derek.
My name's Derek, he says.
Derek. Mono. Got a couple of questions for you, and I want you to answer honestly.
Motherfucker, tell us what you know. Pick up the
Please
chair and smash it against the
don't
wall.
slam the table. It causes the coils to resonate, and it makes an infinite feedback loop. So please
Shut up,
don't do
Mahoney.
that.
Don't tell me what to do.
Okay. Anyway. All right. So,
Well, Mahoney, this is actually a pretty impressive setup you got in here.
All right, so what are you going to ask him, Evan?
All right.
Yeah, I did it. I admit it. Though it wasn't my fault.
Okay. I'm going to use a voice
All right?
to ask him, do you know who Moira is?
Who?
I give him the description of Moira.
Sounds hot, but no, unfortunately not.
Hey, did you tap that?
Essentially, when I'm questioning him, I'm just using the voice to get him to answer truthfully.
Yeah, okay. You don't want to roleplay through it, you just want to hear what he says?
I ask him one more question.
Sure.
What was the last thing you remember before blacking out?
My girlfriend broke up with me because she said I was acting strange.
And what's strange?
I don't know. Apparently playing the new Call of Duty for like 24 hours is strange, but I do that every week. What's the problem?
Grab him by the shirt and just yell, "Where's the money?"
Buying into every single Call of
That's
Duty
the funny
is strange.
thing. Nothing was stolen from the bank.
I
At
know.
all.
I'm just trying to. I'm having fun with it. I'm a paleontologist. I dig up rocks for a living.
Yeah, I know.
This is fucking exciting.
Yeah. Well, who do you want to question next?
Is there a minority?
Carlos Sandoval?
That'll do it.
All right. Carlos denies having anything to do with the robbery. He has no recollection. But he does comment this. Why would I steal from the bank? I'm the manager of the bank. If I wanted anything, I could just walk into the vault and take it.
Exactly,
Not that I
Mr.
would.
Sandalwood. So exactly how complicated did you make your plan?
He goes, I have no idea what you're talking about. I had nothing to do with this.
Pick up the chair, smashed against the wall. Where? Right, sorry, my bad. Where's the money?
Let Evan take over for a little bit.
Yeah,
This is his thing.
I'll just sit on my hands for a minute.
Oh,
I look at you.
something's wrong with the stream. We lost it. What?
Finally.
What, this one's broken? All right, I'll
Just
reload.
needs a rebuff.
Hold on, we might have a technical difficulty.
Sorry if my banging caused it.
Nope, we're back on. Okay.
All right.
I blame Ty
Please
entirely.
don't bang on the table. You'll disconnect
Like I
us
said,
from
sitting on my
stream.
hands. Sitting on my hands.
All right. First off, I look at you after you just smashed the third chair. I'm like, is that really necessary? You know that comes out of your paycheck, right?
We had a budget.
I
For
probably
the bank.
busted the budget.
And he
You
busted
literally
the budget.
busted the budget.
All right.
Besides, we get paid ridiculous amounts
What's his
of
name
cash
again?
for this.
Carlos Sandoval. He's the owner. He's the manager of the bank. Excuse me.
More in a month than I would make in a fucking
All
year.
right.
One of the things is still rumbling. Just make sure all your there we go. I usually tape them up, but okay, that's gone now.
Caress it very gently.
All right.
All right. I ask him, is there anything worth any particular interest of this supposed robbery?
He goes, no. It's just we're just Bank of America. We just are a bank.
The thing is, they say nothing was stolen, but this whole situation doesn't add up. Something doesn't.
So
make
you're
sense.
telling me, apparently I robbed my bank I worked for 30 years.
You don't remember anything about this, your participation.
Well, the last thing I remember is watching Mexico get its ass kicked to Austria of all countries on the OpNet last night.
So this might be a little obvious, but we're dealing with
What's wrong, Ty?
Can I have a chance to ask a question? After
Sure.
So yeah, I say to you, obviously we're dealing with a Nova.
What's on the 20th floor?
That's part of I'm not sure exactly. I don't know much of the rest of the building.
Who would?
Well, the biggest owner of all the floors is the Triton Foundation. You saw nothing up there when you're there but file cabinet after file cabinet and a couple of cubicles.
I'm gonna double check with the investigators and make sure nothing was stolen from a safety deposit box. And then I'm going to get in contact with Marisha to get some more information.
Marissa?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to get a couple of people to check the 20th floor to make sure anything.
I'll go.
As soon as you say that, do you announce who do you tell that you're going to investigate this floor with people? Them? These two?
There's, I was going to say,
Project
one-
Utopia security prevents you from going up to the 20th floor and says everything's under control.
There is one thing I do want to do, though.
What?
Every single person that was brought out of the interrogation room.
There's one more.
Maybe.
Each one of them that they questioned.
Yeah.
I want to stop them. I'm going to reach into my pocket. I'm going to pull out that remote control camera.
Right. Which is missing, by the way.
It's out of my pocket.
You don't have no idea where it went.
That bitch.
I rolled for that too.
My
Did you
good
notice I
sir.
rolled twice?
My good sir,
Yes.
you have just been black widowed.
James,
Clearly, you
with
went
my
from being the
hollow,
brains
can
to no brains.
Intelligence is not my strong suit, folks.
James,
Then why were
with
you
my
coming up with
hollow
plans?
ability, can I
'Cause I
make
break
myself
things.
look like one of the Project Utopia guys?
Overlay yourself. You can, possibly. But I want to focus on what they're doing really quick.
Okay.
So what are you two guys doing?
I feel like investigating.
All right. Well, not only do you guys get stopped by security, Hankins calls you up on the phone and says, "What the fuck are you two idiots doing? First of all, you destroy an architectural jewel of Detroit, and now you're investigating into our financial backer. Are you out of your goddamn minds?"
I just reach
First
over,
of all, they locked the vault. I'm the only one that gets that open.
I just reach
Second
over
of
and I
all-
just
I don't want to hear it. Don't give me lip.
click.
Ring, 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 ring.
Do not
Ring,
pick that
ring.
up. What if
Ring,
you do
ring.
not pick that up?
Ring, ring.
PhD? I don't
Ring,
think so.
ring. Goes to voicemail. Ring, ring.
The voicemail.
Ring, ring. What the fuck did you just hang up on me for?
I think it's something like this.
Commander Shepard with the council. Hey, we have a
Ring,
minor
ring.
grievance.
Ring, ring.
I'm going to go and
James.
all the way up to the top floor as
8 successes to look like yourself.
No, to look like one of them, the Project Utopia guys,
Yeah.
so I can go up.
He goes up net sit rec.
Do I know what that is?
You have no idea what he's saying to you. 3, 2, 1.
Get away from
Yeah,
them.
I get away.
Yeah, you get away. They start. One of them starts following you.
I'm going to do something.
Yeah.
I'm going to travel all the way as much as I can up the stairwells.
Stairwells are also blocked by Project Utopia security.
So you're saying he's being followed?
Yes.
By how
Is there
many
a
people?
possibility that we're near him? Any of us?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking about doing something irrational, guys. I'm gonna use the
You can use the what?
tranquilizer.
On the guy following him?
You mean something brave yet stupid?
He's got an outfit. If he's got an outfit, I can put it on and basically investigate more information.
So, at this time, after hanging up on the,
Boss.
what's his official
By the way,
title?
ring, ring,
What's his,
ring,
what's
ring.
his official title?
Controller.
Yeah, after
Ring,
I hang
ring,
up on the
ring, ring.
controller,
It's still ringing.
I'm just gonna
Goes
hang
to
it up real
voicemail
fast
again.
and quickly dial Marissa.
You can dial Marissa.
Yeah.
She goes, "The boss is really pissed off."
Yes, I know. I'm the one who hanged up on him. Listen, I need you to do me a solid and look into the Utopia fucks that are currently keeping us from investigating the 20th floor.
She goes, "They're just hired security."
Yeah, but it's within our jurisdiction to investigate, right? So
Not really.
what?
She goes, you don't have open license to investigate wherever you want. That's the police.
This is some bullshit.
You don't have a warrant? We need a warrant first. You got to call the judge for that.
Who are you, my ex-wife?
Is Hankins still ringing?
Yes, he is.
Hold on.
Who's
I've got
blocking the
another
stairwell?
call.
Who's blocking the stairwell?
Who's blocking the stairwell?
Is that what you ask when you open
No,
the
no,
phone?
I'm not gonna answer it just yet.
A security guard.
Look, I'm training. I'm going up these stairs, coming back down as many times as I want. You can come with me and keep an eye if you want.
He goes, all right.
Let's go.
He starts jogging with you.
I flick the phone on. Hankins!
It was about time you answered the damn phone.
Look, you can drop
What are
it
you
right
up
now.
to, fool?
Training.
Okay.
Look, here's some questions. 1. What can you tell me about our backers?
What do you mean about backers? There's a bunch of financial organizations that
What can you
back
tell me
Rocket
about
League.
Triton?
They're the main benefactor for Project Utopia. They were started by millionaire Mercer himself back in the 20s. The guy whose Project Utopia was his idea.
Great. Anyways, so why is it that we can't go on the 20th floor?
You can go on the 20th floor. Who told you couldn't go on the 20th floor?
Hey, you. Talk to him.
Yeah, he literally says, he just goes, operate, sit rec. He goes, what the fuck are you telling me? You can hear him through the phone just screaming. Like, if my operative wants to go up to the 20th floor, you let him up to the damn 20th floor. Do you understand, man?
Shove my boot so far up your ass, son.
Guy's like, fine, I'll take you up there. Jeez, they told us not to let anybody up there, and you are anybody, okay?
Note to self, if we ever...
Fair enough, I have an escort though, now don't I?
Alright, he follows you up there and
anybody
leads you and
doesn't
unlocks the door to the 20th floor, which wasn't locked when you came in. And you see the same file cabinets and various cubicles. There's file cabinet after file cabinet, all hard copy.
Can I do one thing?
Yeah.
While we're going up the stairwell, can I pick up any more of the remote video recorders?
There's no other ones.
There's no other ones.
Yep.
All right. So I get up there. I look at him and I say, can you tell me who these belong to?
Who what belongs to?
The cubicles.
This floor is for Triton. Right? They told me right with what they hired me for security. Hey, look, I just had to come in on my day off because some assholes decided to rob a bank. I'm not exactly in a good mood.
And how do you think I feel? I gotta meet my kid in a half an hour.
Jesus Christ,
Oh,
he has a
shit,
kid.
man. I'm sorry. Well, let's hurry it up.
Alright. I go over and I start checking out a few of the filing cabinets.
They're just financial records, like row after row of financial records going back to the 80s and 70s.
Oh.
Nothing especially damning or whatever. He goes, we can't tell if anything's missing till we get some people down here that work here for forensics. They're on their way.
Can you do me a favor then?
Sure.
Get Hankins a copy of this.
A
Or else
copy
it's-
of what? You want to make a photocopy of this entire room? There's got to be 50 frickin' file cabinets in here.
No, I want you to make a copy of the data that they're gonna pull to make sure that nothing's missing off the computers.
There's no computers on this floor.
There's no computers in the cubicles?
Nope.
None?
All hard copy.
All hard copy.
Alright.
Just saying. Right, fuck.
So what's going on with the guy following me? Still following me?
He just follows you to the exit of the building, entrance of the building. Before you're about to tase him, as soon as you go through the door, he just goes and turns back and goes back to his post.
I wasn't gonna tase. I was gonna trank him and put on uniform.
Yeah. You would still want to do that? It's in broad daylight in view of everybody. All right.
Not when
Okay.
everybody's around.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna look at them. And it's all hard copies. Then yes, make sure every inventory item is checked for. I'll intimidate
It's
him
going
if
to
I
take
have
a
to.
week, but all right.
Alright, good. Time to go see my kid.
Yeah, while you go see your kid, there's one more thing you guys got to know. I'll leave it for the rest of the guys. Computer forensics of the data tapes of the robbery reveal that all equipment was working normally during the entire ordeal. However, instead of robbing the bank, the robbers immediately gathered hostages and just sort of stood there, not doing much of anything. Meanwhile, floor 20 had glitches the entire time. The only person on the floor was Moira, the girl who called in the robbery to begin with, and strangely her face is blurred out of the video whenever she turns to look at the screen. Come to think of it, what did Moira look like? You can't seem to remember.
Y'all remember what she sounds like?
You could all stare at me. Look, I ain't dealing with this.
Listen, we know you've been having some trouble since the divorce.
I never got married.
Since your girlfriend died.
Still alive. Perhaps you should.
Since you had a bad breakup.
In case you're wondering, it seems that Moira isn't on the list of suspects or contacts to interview. Apparently, a police clerk simply let her walk out without a second thought.
Got all the information and the power right now.
Don't you just love this villain I invented?
Indeed.
I know exactly this kind of
Villain or anti-hero?
I watched plenty of Batman to know this shit. It's like Gotham all over again. Damn it, Cobblepot.
Yay.
So, you guys... Okay, so, hold on, I gotta read something. Are you guys going to in-depth... There's like a week of time for them to find out if anything's missing.
I am going to ask for Marissa to look as deep into Trident as they can.
Triton?
Yeah, Triton.
She's like, their files are open. You can look at them.
And I'm going to ask...
They're a publicly traded company.
And I'm going to ask to get some data on all the security officers that were stationed at that very particular time.
All the security officers check out. Triton's a publicly traded company that's squeaky clean.
I would just like a list of who...
No, I'm saying that's what her thing is. She gives you a list of who works for the security guards, and only one of them has a prior, and it's a drunk and disorderly, and everything else is squeaky. However, you do get a request from the Triton Foundation within the week that you're gone. Within the week, you're waiting for results to come back. Apparently, there were dossiers on high-ranking Triton Foundation members on the 20th floor.
And that's why I wanted a copy.
Yes. And one of them lives in Grosse Pointe. They're worried for his safety.
I do have a minor question during that week.
Sure.
Do I have to have a sit-down with Hankins about damage collateral?
You do, and he chews you out as normal, but the insurance company pays for it anyway.
Good.
And then what you did is you ruined the fucking staircase. Now how the fuck do you take bits from every single piece, damn it?
That wasn't me, that was... Never mind.
I'm already in the Volkswagen and on the way to Grosse Pointe.
In the Volkswagen.
And I'm just slightly over there, just not when he's not looking, put in one of those relaxing calm pills, so it produces
Hey,
some
muscles.
euphoria.
Muscles. Right, Atlas.
But to answer your question, there's no files missing from what they can tell.
Atlas, we're in the Volkswagen. If you can get away from the... God.
But the Triton's Foundation is considerably worried about their members that had personal information on that floor. And this is the one that's closest to you guys. So you've been assigned to protect him in case something happens.
We're waiting for you in the motor pool. Hell Creek, out.
All right,
fucking
so
love
you
these
guys,
code names.
anything else you want to guys do in this down week?
Oh, just,
They aren't going to formally charge any of the people involved with the robbery because they blame some type of mind control. Because it has all the telltale signs.
Oh, yeah, like that wasn't evidence.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna do heavily investigation and more information about maybe why would this Triton member might be at risk. Like, what is so special about this?
About Schroeder? Okay,
Yes.
do a intelligence bureaucracy roll.
Oh shit, wrong one.
Remind me what node does again?
Lets you detect other novas.
I got 3
And it also
successes.
lets you spend more nova points per turn. It's like sonar for novas. You got 3?
Once we
Schroeder is squeaky clean. He graduated from the University of Munich, where he transferred to Tübingen University. These are all in Germany. His hobbies include Formula One and German soccer, and he's quite wealthy, having wisely invested in things before the .com crash.
I look information about the .com crash.
It's just a
Oh.
90s thing that all the internet stocks tanked.
as soon as we figure out that, what was her name?
Moira?
Moira is the one that has orchestrated this. Once it all clicks, going to return to the scene of the crime and probably just span out over as many blocks as I can get in searching for the 3 to 4 days during the week that we have time, and attempt to use my sonar to see if I can get anything.
You guys are flying through content. I might have to ad lib a shitload of this thing.
Oh,
You guys
sorry.
are already on page 6.
My bad.
That's all right. I
We're
just didn't
superheroes,
anticipate
man.
it. What?
We're superheroes.
I'm sorry. Could you repeat the last thing you said?
I'm just gonna try and go from block to block around. Well, first I'm gonna go out a mile or two, and then I'm gonna work my way inwards towards the bank to see, over 3 or 4 days, to see if I can pick anything up on the sonar.
We're gonna node everyone.
Gonna attempt to.
You run into like a gangbanger who happens to be a Nova. Obviously not who you're looking for. You run into a guy that works at a Coney Island and is trying to hide the fact he's a Nova. And that's
First,
about it.
the gangbanger, I write him a citation for something or other that I find wrong with whatever he's doing.
Fuck you. That's all he says.
Second citation, disturbing the peace.
Disturbing
Goes,
piece.
get out my face. And then he turns on his boombox and it starts blasting sonic waves at you and you start sliding across the street.
Wall. Now
Well-
he's stuck in the alley.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's gonna hurt like hell.
and-
He
The
doesn't.
guy-
He's not trying to physically hurt you. He's just like, leave me alone.
He's pissed.
Yeah.
And the guy at the Coney Island,
Guy at the Coney Island, you don't really know what his power is, but he's a Nova.
Uh-oh. I hope he makes some good conies.
I get a couple Coney dogs.
It
and
takes him exactly 2.5 femtoseconds to make a Coney Island for you after cooking the hot dog. He literally goes, and it's made, and he drops it off to you.
How
Hold on,
would
important
you
question.
like a job?
He goes, fastest Conies in Detroit, guaranteed.
Okay, here's my question. Can you run
Apparently that's his power.
Can you run that fast?
He goes, no.
Can you just move your hands that fast?
Yep.
He'd be a perfect pencil pusher.
I play
Do you
piano
know-
at the bar on weekends. It's pretty cool.
Do you know anything? Do you know anything about computers?
No, sorry, nothing. If I did, I probably wouldn't be working at the Coney
How
Island.
fast are you at learning things?
He goes, I can read a book in about a femtosecond.
How would you like a job?
He goes, I don't know. I really like my job.
We get paid really fat fucking stacks.
Yeah, but I own my own business here.
Oh, this is yours?
Yeah,
Here's the question: Is he Lafayette or American?
he's Lafayette.
Good.
Oh, what does that mean?
It's just a rival Coney rival. I should have said no. He's Kirby.
Oh, disgusting.
A Coney Island is a Coney Island to me.
Nothing against Kirby. It's just
Well,
Detroit.
what's his name?
His name's Jeff.
Well, Jeff, if you should ever feel a calling to help your fellow man and or Nova, here is my card. Just give me a ring, and I have plenty of ideas.
Yeah, no big deal. He says, "I'll call you if you need help."
Also,
So this is pretty much. I didn't get a very good gift as far as Nova goes. I can read fast, and I can write fast, and I can make Coney dogs. That's pretty much what I can do.
You don't really understand what you can do you?
He
You
goes,
can read fast. you can essentially read all of human history in the span of several hours.
Doesn't mean I can retain it. Believe it, I've tried. Because I'm trying to learn Spanish for all our customers that come in from Mexican town, and you can't understand it for life.
That's a little derivative.
Are you good at building things?
Am I good at building things?
I'll buy you a Lego set.
Listen, that sounds like something I could do. It wouldn't hold my interest for very long. You guys have spent more time talking to him than the suspects.
He's intriguing. I want to know the ins and outs of this. My mind is going a-whirring just right now.
He appears very comfortable living a normal life.
As I peruse around the city, I make it a habit at the end of the day to come back and get a couple more Coney dogs and bring a couple back to the office for the boys.
All right. Hankins is about to chew you out for one thing or another, but when he sees you got Coney dogs, he goes, "Keep up the good work."
Noted.
You're welcome. And as I turn around and head down the hall, I whisper, "Cunt."
I heard that.
I'll take the bullet here.
That's okay, because he doesn't know that I decided to put a laxative in Hankins.
God damn it. Just need to borrow this real fast.
Marissa's like, "Hey, you guys want to go to the bar? It looks like it's ladies' night tonight," which I guess doesn't mean anything for you, but there'll be girls there.
You know what?
Okay.
I've been
Fuck it,
perusing
I'll
the
go.
city for the past 4 days and have found nothing. Fuck it. Let's get drunk.
I was gonna say, I will take her out to a bar one of these
No
nights.
tequila this time. We do not want to repeat of fucking French Wednesdays.
You know what? Just give me a bourbon. I'm okay.
All right. She starts. Okay, you guys have a deep drunken conversation that night about who would win in a fight. Either Antaeus, the famous plant mastery ecological guy that reversed pollution back to pre-industrial levels, or Cestus Pax, the kinetic energy mastery guy who's the head of Team Tomorrow.
I have a question.
Yes.
Listen, man, I'm telling you, it just takes all of nature to be one man who can just force things away from you. It doesn't matter how powerful you are. You can't stop a planet of plants.
Fair. But I have a weird question about my powers.
Yes.
If I use regeneration to continuously cleanse my liver, do I ever get drunk?
No.
All right. I never get drunk.
So you guys end up driving Moira home as usual.
I end up driving everyone home.
And she crawls into bed, passes out. Says she'll see you on Monday, and says not to forget to check in with Schroeder this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Little fun fact: you guys just see a mirage of me drinking anything when I'm just stone cold sober and just laughing at you idiots.
Hey, I'm just doing this take and drink and basically hitting on whoever's the hot chick at the bar.
I just keep getting drunk and losing
Am I
focus, and I just
successful?
A couple of people come up to you guys and ask for signatures since you guys
Oh, no.
have miraculously
I have my disguise
solved the.
on.
You have your disguise on. Well, they recognize you guys from the news as breaking up the bank robbery.
as I'm drinking, I just lose focus and just start randomly growing rocks on myself. So as I turn around to sign their autographs, everything just starts to just crack like shale, and there's just a pile of rubble beneath me on the floor.
Since you're going to use the bar, the guy just sweeps it up into a pan. He goes, "Don't worry about it."
Thanks,
You
Bob.
leave an extra tip for him.
I appreciate you. You're a good friend.
All right. So you guys gonna go guard Schroeder, this boring escort quest that I had planned for you?
But you didn't tell me if I was successful on the hitting on the chick.
Oh yeah, roll charisma and
You know what?
roll appearance style.
Wait, are you, hitting on Marissa?
No, he's
I
sitting on the
have-
hottest girl there.
4 successes,
4?
2 10s.
For shits and giggles.
Well, you don't have to drive home less that night. Let's put it that way.
James,
Oh, he's definitely driving it home.
for shits and giggles, I make it a competition.
Okay.
I'm waiting for a bar fight.
Appearance and style,
Sure.
you said?
Yep.
Oh, you son of a nugget.
You suck, Nugget.
As this is going on, I have to imagine in my belligerence, I'm getting very loud about the argument between Orion Pax or whatever his name is.
Cestus Pax
Yeah,
and
Cestus Pax
Anateus.
and
How
Anateus.
about I command you
And I
to
pretty much
stop,
am just yelling it out
boy.
to the
I
bar.
got 5.
You got 5.
I'm gonna command him to stop, boy.
I'm waiting for a bar fight.
3.
Okay, so basically, Evan's character Morrow shows up when you think you got the deal sealed, and he says, "You want to see a disappearing trick?" And he walks off with your girl and another girl.
I look at him and say, yeah.
It's at this point I reach over onto.
But that's okay, because I can cut your prescription off on ED.
I reach over to
Yeah.
the doctor
Joe.
and reach my arm around him and just say,
It happens to everyone. It doesn't matter if it's another man with a bigger rock. By the way, true story.
I'm gonna
Or-
slap him and he makes
Wow.
himself sober.
All right.
My slap makes him sober.
he slaps
Alright.
me, rocks
Joe,
go flying
in
across
your-
all the tables.
In your coat pocket, you see a note that says, "Next time, I'll be your wingman."
I look at it, I
Or
just
like,
rip it
swing man.
All right.
Nope.
So, Schroeder lives on a street off Lakeshore Drive, far from the simple Tudor homes of Grosse Pointe. His house is a veritable McMansion, complete with overly large dormers and a 2-story high archway above his door. The entire estate screams nouveau riche as opposed to the far less opulent stately manners around it. At the front door are perched 2 lions facing inward so as to threaten anyone who approaches, and a large bronze sign saying, "No solicitors."
You want to know the cool part about this job and the fact that we exist? You could make those things roar, and I could make them move.
Does he have like a little call cam on his gate thing?
Yes, he does.
Alright. So I'm a doctor, maybe I can work.
He needs
He knows you're showing up.
Huh?
He knows you're coming. You don't have to sneak in. He's like expecting you.
You're about to hit the buzzer, and the gate just opens.
I walk
Well,
up to
I'm
the
just
gate.
rocking out my disguise. I'm not rocking out.
Oh,
as a
that's right.
superhero.
You're disguised. You have a dorm down state. I forgot. Okay, so
I'm just
have a
regular
full door?
paleontologist, dude.
all right.
3.
I walk up to the gate. And
Okay.
I tell him that he's expecting us.
Yeah, it's good. And you hear it open up.
Oh, he's German.
We already went over this.
I can speak German.
Ja, schon
Alright.
du Stenton ta.
You are taken by waitstaff into a sitting room that is surrounded on all sides by mirrors with gold ensconced corners on everything. It's quite opulent and over the top. Schrodinger himself is a portly man about 5'11" in height with a big, strong handshake, but little to offer in the way of warmth. He appears puzzled as to why novas have arrived at his doorstep. After a little explaining, you suddenly realize his English is quite poor. He has several housemaids and waitstaff that are bilingual. I know it's not a problem for you, Ty, so you get to talk to him. However, each time you inquired as to what exactly Schroeder is saying, Schroeder himself seems disgruntled at you for wasting the waitstaff's time.
I was going to say, I have a linguistics of 2. Would I be able to speak with him?
Do you speak Western European languages?
Not entirely. I speak French.
That one dot covers all Western European languages. So.
All right.
You guys can both speak German. So he understands why you're here, and he's like, yes, it's good. He goes, make yourself at home. I have a meeting to attend. I will be in my office. But you can free to walk around the grounds as you wish.
I must insist that at least one of us stay with you at all times.
He goes, this is a private meeting involving Triton Foundation internal secrets. You are not permitted.
We can put some
Ist
earplugs
verboten.
in and look the other way.
He goes, ist verboten.
Even if we stand
I
outside
take
the door.
You can stand outside the door, yes.
I take the least expensive looking piece of pottery and morph it around my ears and eyes to make some earmuffs and some non-see-through sunglasses.
Doesn't matter. He won't allow anyone into his dorm. Den.
Is there a
excuse me.
possibility you intimidate him?
I was gonna
You can
stand
try
outside the door.
to, but he's also your boss's primary, like one of your boss's financial
I don't
backers.
think I can barrage myself.
Does he
invisible.
not understand his life is on the line?
Oh, he fully understands. He has a firearm on him.
Might work.
Like that's gonna do anything.
Would it be safe to assume that we've gone out on this mission with the same kit that we did on the last mission?
Yes.
Okay.
You just have to check it in at the end of every day. But since you're guarding him for multiple days, But he insists that he must be left alone to talk to his other board members in total secrecy. It is a matter of legal security, he says.
So we do...
Sorry, Joe, you go first.
So what we do is basically let the man have his privacy, and we basically guard the corridor around the area. So that way, that in case something pops up, we're in one of the corners and respond to each other saying, hey, I need backup.
I was just about to say, where exactly is this room in correlation with the building?
It is in the center of the building. There are no windows. It's actually a conference room.
Okay.
You want to look around the estate?
I would, and attempt to use my node abilities to use as an active sonar around the peripheral.
There are no novas in presence.
I'm just gonna keep it going. And
Yeah, I know, but I'm just telling you, you don't detect anything.
I'm just going to
investigate.
I'm not. Usually you roll for it. I'm not making you roll. I'm just telling you there are no novas in there.
Okay.
Got it.
I just thought about investigating the area possibility if there seems to be like a weak spot that maybe you should keep an eye on.
Strangely, he seems very paranoid about security. You notice he never enters any rooms with external windows, and they seem obnoxiously clean, like no one's been. But they have a layer of dust on some areas, like no one's been there in some time. And his bedroom, office, and den are all in the center of the house. He's converted a room that should be like a butler room to his own bedroom on the first floor. He never goes to the second floor. You've noticed this over the couple hours you watch him.
But when he starts the meeting, I'm just going to stick outside that room.
Okay.
I'm going to check the second floor.
The estate itself reveals its owner to be a man of little taste in art, finery, or anything of interest at all. He has all the paintings you're supposed to buy, but they're prints, not originals. His wine collection doesn't really have anything of shock or awe, but is displayed to impress nonetheless. Just about the only thing that gives him some soul is a private den emblazoned with German soccer paraphernalia and a ridiculously huge stein cornered next to a fake houseplant.
Something's got to be important.
He's also got some Formula One paraphernalia in the same room.
Does he have a basement?
Yes.
Sweet, what's down there?
It's unfinished.
I don't like that.
It's got a washing machine and a dryer, and one of the wait staff is busily attending to it down there.
I basically can see what is considered the most expensive prized possession that basically got.
He's got a Porsche 911 in the garage.
I meant upstairs.
Oh, up like in the house.
The second floor when I've been.
All of his stuff appears to be tacky, to be honest. It's just like it looks like he bought everything you're supposed to buy to look rich. He doesn't really seem to care what people think. He doesn't have the greatest personality from what you've spoken with him either.
As I work my way around the area of the building and into it and just investigate after they do, and I come into the room with all the Formula One stuff and the football and the stein, the fake plant, just gonna casually take the stein, look inside of it, just investigate all the little knickknacks to make sure.
The stein has, strangely, from what you can tell, has been used at some point. Like literally, like somebody filled it with beer, and there's these giant straws inside to actually drink out of the stein because it's too big to actually move, right? So at some point they had some huge celebration with let's just look at 20 people, probably when the Germans won the World Cup the year before. You're guessing.
Then I'm just gonna start inspecting around stuff just to see if there's anything hidden around, just looking for bugs or any such little devices.
All right, give me a perception investigation.
Only reason I'm doing this is because I figured that after he found that high-tech...
That camera, yeah.
Yeah. Perception.
Investigation.
Investigation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You gotta find fossils, man.
Only
What's the difficulty?
Difficulty 6.
Oh, that went well.
2 successes.
As far as you're concerned, the house is entirely clean except for the bugs that Schroeder apparently has placed himself, presumably to spy on his waitstaff to make sure they're doing their jobs, from the looks of it.
How's his backyard look?
His backyard is immaculate. It's got a swimming pool and topiaries, and it's like got straight lines so you can see practically everywhere at any angle. So there's no way for people to really hide as they approach.
Trees.
There's no trees in his backyard, just topiaries.
Hey, update to everyone. Turns out Mr. Hans Gruber, whatever the hell, Schroeder, doesn't really find the help very trustful and is afraid Consuela is stealing his stuff. He's got bugs everywhere.
Not Consuela. And,
Especially since he doesn't speak their language.
That too.
and final question of mine.
Sure.
Does he have a panic room somewhere?
Give me a intelligence science.
Oh, because that's so good for me. Nothing.
You're not sure.
How about I do that for you?
Dude, what are you
All
doing?
right. Intelligence science from the good Dr. Gregory.
Why are
Do
you
what rich people do.
No, why are you pulling the books out of the bookcase, dude? Are you looking for a secret door?
Maybe.
I have 5.
5 successes? Judging by the layout of the house, there must be a panic room adjacent to his private den, the one with the houseplant and the stein in it.
Yeah, that.
You're not sure which room it enters from, but there's definitely a gap where there would be a, as construction people call it, a spear closet, like a area that's cordoned off. But the house is a McMansion, so it's built so shittily, it could be literally a spear closet. You're not sure.
I'm gonna check all the rooms.
You're just gonna check all the rooms?
Yep.
Does he have a central room where he goes to listen into all his recordings?
You're
Like,
not sure.
Is there a
have
security
8.
office?
What?
I have 8.
8?
Reasons.
You find a dog, a Dachshund, where what should be the master bedroom. Apparently, it's laid out specifically for this Dachshund, and it's got a tag on it that says Larzy, which is apparently the dog's name. It greets you happily.
Quick question.
That's an actual dog. Yay!
Totally didn't ask this before, but can animals be novas?
No.
Ah,
It's not inhuman.
been cool though. A dachshund that can shoot lasers out of its eyes.
All I want are sharks with freaking laser beams on their
their
foreheads.
What if it was a dachshund with a laser beam on its head? A
All right.
dachshund.
Anything
shark.
else you want to guys do in his house?
I'm gonna try and locate where he has all his surveillance equipment, where he monitors it, or if there's a.
You're not sure
security
where he
guard that
monitors it. It's probably into his
Panic room.
computer and in his meeting room or in panic room.
How
I was
big are
gonna-
the air vents?
Normal size for a house.
Small. Got it.
I want to see if I can find that panic room.
All right. In order to do that, you'd have to enter the room where he's having the conference, where he said absolutely no interruptions.
I'm just gonna
I don't
continue
have
my
that
surveillance
ability.
around the building.
He does leave occasionally from time to time, but when he leaves, he goes out to like eat some health food and down some milk,
I'll
and
wait
then he
until
goes
he
right
leaves
back
the
into his
room.
office. All right. You enter his room and you see a bunch of you see a gigantic television screen with several people logged in. Some of them look at you curiously when you enter the room, and some have audio only, and they go, "Was ist das? Warum bist du?" Then you hear someone with a heavy Japanese accent go, "Who are you?"
Thank God I'm not in there. I'd have way too much fun with that.
Can I use
What
my
happened to Schroeder? Who are you?
Can I use my
Why are you
healing
going
ability
Russian?
to like
That's
Blind
another.
room?
There's like 12 different people logged in on
Is
this
there a way I
conference
can
call.
blind a room with my healing ability, like
No.
a light?
No, they're all looking right at you. Then they're demanding like an explanation for who you are.
I'm just gonna play stupid, like, oops, sorry.
He goes, wait staff are not supposed to enter this room.
Can we hear this outside the door?
Yes.
I walk in.
All right, you walk in and they go. You hear the same questions like, "Who are you? What are you?"
I can
doing?"
understand. I can understand the Germans then.
Yeah, they say like who are you? What do you want? What happened to Schroeder?
Private security. Schroeder left the room for a moment. Grab you by the shoulder and haul you out. Can I take a look at any of the names that are logged in?
Yes. The Japanese woman's name is Yuriko Hanzaki. There's an African man from Kenya whose name is Kwame Yenbo. The rest are just numbers, except for one of the Germans whose name is except for a Spanish man whose name is Alfonso Salvatore.
And before I'm pulled out of the room,
It's an international foundation.
Do I
for
see
sure.
anything that stands out other than basically the people
The door to his panic room is open.
open?
Yeah, presumably so
Of
he can
course.
jump in there
Yeah.
if you guys fail.
Alright, so now I know where the panic room is at.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're gonna be fine then.
Schroeder comes back and he's holding a banana in one hand and a beer in the other, and he goes, "What are you guys doing?
Was ist los?
Why did you go in my room?" He says this in German. Then he corrects himself in English. He goes, "You Dummkopfs, do you have any idea who is on the phone in that room? Get out of my way. Do not enter that room again. It's not for you." And he goes inside and closes the door behind him.
It's not for you.
As he walks past, I'd like to look him straight in the eye, and in German, your life comes first. Intimidation.
Okay, roll intimidation against him. He's going to roll willpower.
Could you use your mega strength too?
Strength doesn't help intimidation, but I think he already knows I have
I
it.
mean, it does if you tear open the doorway.
4.
4?
That's not
He goes, "Perhaps you are right, but do not try to intimidate me again. I am not a man that responds to threats."
Just making sure you understand the gravity.
He goes, "I have dealt with Novas before. I understand the gravity. Literally."
Ah, I get it. Because we can affect gravity.
I motion forward. Sir.
He goes, "Very well. Carry on with your duties." And he goes and sits down and he starts rambling off in German, Japanese, and Mandarin in rapid fire before he closes the door.
So we definitely know that where the panic room is now.
I grab
And
myself a
I
sandwich.
say we just protect that spot.
One of the butlers makes you a sandwich, refuses to let you make your own sandwich in this house, and makes you your sandwich in front of you. He doesn't poison you or anything. He just makes you a very fine BLT and takes extra care to cut the corners off and passes it to you.
Since I was out guarding the
Are we Stargating this? Cutting the corners?
What?
Are we Stargating this and cutting the corners?
You mean Battlestar Galactica?
Yeah, that.
Since I was out guarding the periphery with my node abilities, I have to imagine that I didn't hear any of the Mandarin or anything that was picked up. And
It's just pardon for the interruption kind of stuff.
I speak Mandarin.
He also called him an idiot in 3 different languages.
What did I get called?
Nothing. He didn't say anything.
Okay.
That's alright, he's not getting more ED medication either. He's on my list too. I have all the clients.
You're on the list.
They all see me.
You're on the list. Screw you. Extra oxy.
I continue just.
I make it the opposite.
What are you going to do,
Alright,
Evan?
enough.
I've
No,
been ignoring you
Oxy's
for a little
bringing
while.
it
What do you want to do?
Well, as I've just been guarding that room essentially.
Okay.
That's been I let you guys do all the investigating.
Give me a perception awareness check. You're the only person that would be able to notice this.
Difficulty
6.
1.
There are times where there's no one at all talking in the room except for Schroeder at length. But you don't speak German, do you? He seems to be talking to someone, but they never respond back. Like he's talking and they're typing back on the screen or something to that effect.
Radio check. How's everyone
And he's
doing?
talking in very broken English instead of... I'm sorry, he's talking in English, not German, when he talks to this person.
Do I hear anything or no?
You can't make out exact words, but you do hear like a, the, when, things like that.
All right.
Radio check. How's everyone doing?
Outside door.
How is everyone doing?
Eating.
And during these sessions, he doesn't leave his room for very long periods of time.
Okay, so that was you. Please turn your radio off when you are munching into the microphone.
Yeah, that's on board.
So literally a week passes as you guys are guarding Schroeder, and nothing happens. Nothing. It's agonizingly boring. Like you've watched the same stuff on Nova News Network for like 5 days in a row, and you're ready to pull your hair out.
I entertain myself by playing with the dachshund in the backyard.
And again, basically, from what you can tell, Schroeder works entirely from home. Takes a shower, puts on a suit, goes into his room for his meetings, stays in there for hours on end, only to leave for food or bathroom breaks, and then he comes back, does the same thing, and talks constantly.
Are we sure
and
this guy...
you keep hearing the same one-sided conversation for hours on end after the other people hang up.
Are we sure this guy isn't a boring Terminator?
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave the house and check the surrounding outside
What I'm doing, like
and
every day.
see possibility if there's some activity setting up in case if there was an invasion.
It's Grosse Pointe, so you run into some people jogging, a few people with dogs. It's rather pleasant. They all greet you and wish you have a nice day.
I'll go jogging with them. I gotta keep my shape
Hello
up.
there,
All
Mr.
right,
Plague
some of them
Doctor.
recognize you from the boxing circuit and also recognize you as the local Nova, and they're like, well, we're not sure we can keep up, but we're going to try. And some old folks and some high schoolers all go jogging with you around the neighborhood.
I dorm down to my level 3 state, so...
Okay, you dorm down to your level 3 state, and they can actually catch up with you now, and you actually have normal endurance. So, and they're like, wow, we're keeping up with a Nova. We're awesome.
Gotta stay as human as possible.
Yep.
I just play fetch by summoning rocks with the dachshund.
It looks like you're the only. He seems to have completely neglected the dog, which is odd because the dog's room is perhaps the most ornate, well-kept thing in the house. There's photos of him and the dog everywhere.
What's
in
this
that
poor
room.
little bastard's name? I want to look at his tags.
Larzy.
Larzy.
I can call
Wait.
it now. Ty stealing the dog.
Wait. Most ornate room in the house?
Yes.
Dedicated to just the dog.
Dedicated to just the dog.
We check that.
Is there anything like tucked between his collar and himself or anything at all?
No mysterious Orion's belt shit from Men in Black. No, nothing like that.
I just wanted to check.
Yeah.
So at the end
It's just
of
a regular dog.
At the end of one of the days, once this sort of like
The maids let him out to his business and come back in.
I need something
and
to
walk
entertain
him.
myself. I'm literally walking around the house 24/7.
Yep.
But one day when I take him back inside, I just let Larzy do whatever he does at the end of the day and just look around the room a little bit.
All right, while you're doing that, you get a phone call from your boss, from Hankins. I'm sorry, you get a call from Marissa. Hey
Dino guy
guys.
speaking.
She calls all of you in a conference call.
Oh.
Hey guys, something weird's going down. You should turn the news on.
This better be worth it.
Could you just tell me now?
She goes, it's easier to see it than to explain it.
Listen, there's not a TV in the dog's room. Okay.
Yeah, there is.
Oh.
It's turned to the Animal Planet channel 24/7.
You lucky little bastard. This is so fucking adorable. Oh, I'm gonna change it real fast.
All right. You guys all gather together in the dog's room. And,
I'm holding Larzy.
Yep.
Just petting him in my lap.
He seems happy as can be. And there, a local defense contractor named Assured Defense Contractors is currently the scene of an active shooter, one or more, on their campus. Marissa says, is this something we should get involved in?
Yes.
No.
Motherfucker, we're superheroes. Send a team out to go deal with it.
Send half the team.
No, not us specifically. Like, we have to have some other people on staff. Right?
Honestly, I'm bored as all fuck. I want to get out of here.
Please tell me we have other people on staff.
Yes, you can send somebody to replace you to watch Schroeder.
Alright, but just as long as it's not Dale. I swear to God, if it's Dale and it's stupid fucking fish powers.
I gotta write that down. Dale Manta Ray with fish powers.
And it better not be Macklemore and that stupid sonic voice thing he's got.
I knew a kid named Dale. I really hated him in high school, so it just seemed funnier that his name's Dale.
I got roomed with him for like the first week I was here. God damn, does that guy fucking smell.
Really? I got a room to myself.
I've smelled cougar shit out in Montana that smells better than him.
All right.
Did you guys have to share a room?
You
did. Okay.
I was a doctor.
Things were just getting set up.
You guys are on your way to intercept the active shooter, and Hankins calls you on the phone and says, "What the hell do you idiots think you're doing?"
I said I was staying.
Oh, you're staying? Okay.
I said I wanted to send someone else.
You want to send someone else?
Yeah.
All right. He calls you two since you're going. He goes, "What the hell do you chuckleheads think you're doing?"
Jogging.
He goes, "No, I can see you on the GPS. Remember, we have trackers on your phones."
Doesn't mean I'm not jogging.
Jogging at 75 miles per hour.
Man, you don't know me.
It's a
You don't
brisk
have
jog.
mega decks. I know your stats.
Fair enough.
It's a brisk jog.
He goes, you aren't heading to that active shooter situation, are you? We're not authorized to intervene with that.
No.
All I know is
Doesn't mean I can't
I'm
make
bored
sure
as
the job
fuck
gets
just
done.
watching that guy.
He goes, all right, well, don't get involved if the police are involved, all right? Do you have the whole team with you or just you guys?
Just
We're,
us, sir.
we're just out for a drive.
You're going to die. You should bring everybody with you. He goes, okay, if it's just you two, that's fine. You guys might actually die if it's just you two. The game master's trying to warn you. All right. All right, you arrive at Assured Defense Contractors headquarters, which is in Centerline, Michigan. It's not a real business. It's a real place, but not a real business. It's surrounded by barbed wire, and there's a security guard point of entry, and there's cop cars all around the inside, trying to storm in, and they've already stormed in the building and are trying to find these active shooters. They notice that you guys arrive in your team tomorrow. VW Beetle, I guess, since you said that's what it is.
No, Volkswagen.
Oh, it's a Volkswagen?
Yeah.
Please tell me it's the
Alright,
opposite.
it's a Volkswagen Jetta because
I
they're really cheap.
refuse to ride with them. I drive my own car.
I'm making fun of Andrew's
Listen,
car. I'm
it's
sorry,
a very
Andrew.
dependable vehicle, okay?
It's very dependable. It's just not exactly what you think when you think superhero team showing up.
Well, unless you think of the Ghostbusters. They just had a really beefed up Volkswagen, that's essentially what it was.
I was hoping it was the bus, to be completely fair.
All right. All right. So you show up, and the police immediately stop you and are like, "We didn't know we didn't send for Nova support, but we'll take any help we can get if you want to help us.
We weren't
We've
sent
already
either.
breached the building.
Oh, dear
We're
God.
heading around inside."
Do I know they're doing this?
Yes.
I make a very good point to tell Atlas and remind him that this is not our job and we do not have a specified budget.
Think of the budget.
I do not want another pay doc this month.
I
Fuck
just-
this past fortnight.
I'm sorry, but I interrupt and tell Atlas, do your thing, bud.
I'm not telling him to not do his thing. I'm just telling him to do it a little bit
So
more
it's a very
gently.
simple building. There's a factory in the back that's about 3 stories high, and it extends for most of the building. And then the office building's in front. And apparently the active shooters are in the office building.
I just want information going on because we aren't sent on official duty.
Much to your surprise, one of the active shooters exits the building with a hostage right in front of the police. They light out to try to take a shot, but they can't get a clear shot.
Hey, Magic Man. Show them what you do.
Alright, let's give this a shot. What is the effective range of my Mirage?
Far enough for this.
Far
Alright.
enough.
Yeah, you can hit him from here.
Alright, I'm gonna make it look like
As long as you can see him.
that the person that he's holding is like kind of looks up at him and then just
I should mention, from his uniform and tag, he is an employee of Assured Defense Contractors.
Nah.
This again.
Anyway,
And you guys are still trying to figure out how she's doing it, right?
The rage is building.
And nobody radios it in.
the
Nobody's
Mirage
radioing in.
he's the person that he's holding looks up at him, and from her eyes, ears, nose, and mouth, just maggots start coming out. So he starts freaking out.
Okay.
To see the
Roll Mirage.
manipulation Mirage.
Yeah.
Don't forget your mega manipulation.
Yep.
Eight.
He screams and wildly drops his firearms, and the police hit him with tasers and take him into custody. Apparently, that's the only one that was in the building. Do you want to investigate further?
I want him brought in, and I'm gonna slam him into a chair.
All right.
What is the last thing
Do
you
you want to
remember?
investigate the crime scene first?
I just want him.
You just want him. Nobody wants to investigate the crime scene.
I would.
All right. You investigate the crime scene. You're going to interrogate. Is that,
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm literally holding him.
All right. He seems entirely confused. He's like, what's going on? He's in his mid-50s. He's in desert camo fatigues. Like, look, he just walked out of a Desert Storm.
I look at him straight in the face. Last thing you remember, now.
He goes, I was just looking up the scores for the Red Wings game last night on the OpNet.
Lift him into the air.
He goes, that's all I remember, I swear to God.
Strange behavior,
How
strange people.
did I even end up here?
Dude, you're on camera.
Yeah, I know. I just lift him up. Strange behavior, strange people.
He goes, nothing like that.
Drop him.
You drop him, he falls down. You're going to fly up and drop him? Oh, just drop him on the ground?
Just drop him on the ground.
He goes, ow. He was like, why you guys all got guns pointed at me? What did I do?
I walk up to the chief. I grab him. Lock it down now.
The chief goes everywhere and locks everything down.
Mind manipulation. Check-in points now.
All right, they all know what to do. They've got like catchphrases that they make sure that they're still under control. And like I know those guys said op rec, sit rep, and then you're supposed to say something back to indicate you're not under mind control.
Mm-hmm.
So they know they have training to do that. So they go to the different areas of the building and lock it down. Meanwhile, you're walking around inside. On every computer screen in the entire building, you see a tagline that says, "You have been purged by the solution. The solution, solving the error of humanity, one death at a time." And there are bodies everywhere.
Oh dear.
It's much worse. Much worse than I.
While he's doing that, I sit in the Jetta fuming. I call these two up.
All right.
Yeah, we just saw you on the TV just like lift some guy up and like scream at him. What's going on?
I'm going over to basically
Bank
guard the
job.
outside door of that conference room.
What do you
Okay.
mean bank job?
Manipulation.
Crazy Irish bitches back?
I don't know if it's crazy Irish bitch this time, but same deal.
All right, I'll be there in about 15 minutes.
Stay there, I'm leaving.
All right. So you're investigating around the building.
Never mind.
There's dead bodies everywhere, all from automatic fire. Everyone has been hunted down and killed by this shooter. He was a trained military operative and ex-Marine from Desert Storm. Still in shape. He has no recollection or memory of doing any of this. And all these people are his friends, and he immediately suffers a massive breakdown when somebody tells him what happened. He almost tries to kill himself immediately.
Do I get to roll perception investigation to find anything?
Every computer appears to have been compromised.
Wait. Desert Storm. I thought 9/11 didn't happen. How's there a war in the Middle
No,
East?
that's Desert Storm, dude. That's from when I grew up when I was a
Oh, right.
kid. Hence why he's in
That's
his
like
50s.
94 stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the one nobody remembers for some reason.
Remember what?
Exactly. But anyway, Evan, give me an intelligence. This is a really weird check, but give me an intelligence science. Actually, give me an intelligence science check.
That was Kuwait, right?
Yeah.
Right.
What does intrusion
Difficulty
mean
6.
on the sheets?
Difficulty 6?
Yep.
Intrusion.
2.
Stealth?
What's wrong? What are you trying to tell me?
Something like that.
The time? Yeah, we end at 9 o'clock. We're almost done with what I have written anyway.
Yeah,
Just
2.
want to inform
I
you.
Two?
rolled 3, got 2.
Two, you went for 3, got 2. Okay. What you see in the development labs disturbs you to your core. It's a slew of anti-nova weapons. Poly-U fiber bullets, goop guns, schematics for an energy weapon that attempts to disrupt quantum fields, power armor that attempts to match quantum signatures, making the wearer immune to specific nova powers. All types of anti-nova weapons that you didn't even know existed.
So, do you guys need a ride back, or are you guys just gonna jog? Cause
I'm in the Jetta.
What do you mean?
I call
It's
you
like
on your
jump.
phone and I tell you, get your ass in here, I found something.
This better be good.
You walk
I
through
love this
you
conference
wade
call thing we've got going.
you wade through the
Yeah.
body of the sea of bodies in the lobby and the lunchroom. All the computers say you have been purged by the solution. The solution, solving the error of humanity one death at a time.
I take a picture of that.
You take a picture of it and it appears fuzzy and statically distorted on your phone.
I write it out.
You write it out. Okay. Give me a will save.
Man, I wish I would have gone with them.
Uh,
I can't
2.
because time can
Man.
take
I should've
2?
gone.
Yep.
I should have gone. I have the higher will out of most people.
What's your will?
Holy shit.
It's addressed to my cat.
He goes ballistic and you hear him screaming and like trying to fight with himself from going out and killing all the police officers.
I do is I knock on the door.
Like you are literally going insane.
Okay.
All right.
So I do the one
No
thing
way.
I'm good at.
Yeah.
I punch myself in the face.
All right, you knock yourself the fuck out.
Damn right.
All right. You avoid going on a murderous rampage.
Well, I'm hearing
Give
this
yourself an experience point for creativity.
Well, hearing this on the headset or like whatever, the phone, call cam or some sort.
Yeah.
I tried to get Stroder's attention to knock on door, tell him, can you go in the panic room for right now? I have to leave.
Schroeder opens the door in front of you, and you see on his computer screen behind him the solution, solving the error of humanity, one death at a time, and he blows his own head off.
I call back the group, guys, we got a problem.
Jesus Christ, was that just a gunshot?
Yes, Schroeder just shot himself, and basically the solution,
It's
It's
through
there.
the opnet.
the opnet's the
Oh
problem.
dear God, it's through the opnet.
We have to shut it down.
We can't just turn off the internet.
We have to.
No, we can't turn off the internet?
We have to find a source that has a broadcast center to it.
Silverlighter. I don't use the Opnet.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
So he's the only
How's
one
it going
that's
on your
not
end?
screwed.
Why isn't Strongman talking?
Oh, he knocked himself the fuck out. He was going insane.
Why?
Because you looked at the computer screen for too long.
Yes.
God? Is that you?
Yes.
I'm just telling you to fill you in, Ty, because it's pretty much a given.
what are you
at this
doing?
point.
I found a room of anti-nova stuff.
From us being a part of our given organization, do we know if this is legal?
You don't. It's a defense contractor, though. So it's common. It makes sense they'd make anti-nova weapons since novas have effectively replaced most of the militaries on Earth.
Do you have
Yeah,
a
I
camera on hand? Can you take bits as evidence?
All right, you take panoramic photos and videos of everything in there.
Is there anything you can like nab real fast, or is like any small stuff someone won't notice to have just like some physical evidence?
Maybe a bullet or two.
I grabbed some of the
9 mil.
like those. Did you say they were like some syringe kind of needles?
Poly U fiber bullets. They're bullets encased in U fibers, so they destroy U fiber when they hit armor that novas wear.
Take that. The schematic for the energy gun.
Okay.
But first, I take a look at it. Like, is there any kind of tracer on it?
Well, it's inside of a computer, so yes. For some, it's at that moment you realize that all the computer data banks are being deleted.
Well, that's going on.
Like when you print out the schematic to print it out, the file you were looking at starts fragmenting in front of your very eyes.
Well, that's going on. And
I don't use the
room.
net. How do I fix this?
In Schroeder's room, are there any monitors on to happen to witness his death?
There's a couple of monitors on that are screaming, and a couple other people that just go boom, boom, boom.
Okay,
in
don't worry.
sequence.
I got the dog. Oh my god!
I got the dog. I told you that we're taking the
Darcy,
dog.
no, don't look.
Alright, I take whatever I can get.
So whatever happened to Schroeder is happening to other people on this feed. Except for the people that are audio only. They don't seem affected.
Do I find anything important in
They're
his
all
office?
screaming in like response.
Can I find anything important in his office?
In an
that
attempt
basically-
to stop what's going on, hoping that it's Schroeder's that it's all spreading out of, I walk forward and just smash whatever he's trying to convey himself through, or was.
All right, cool. You break the you break the thing without looking at it, and you shatter it to a million pieces. The television. The audio only people are still coming through, and they're like, we don't seem to be affected. We're fine in different languages. But the people that were watching a video feed have all killed themselves.
Oh dear God!
So I shout on the thing, turn off the TV, do not look at the screen. Look away. Look away.
They shut everything off.
Before they turn it all off, are there any of the ones that I saw that I could remember? Were they the ones with the names on them, like the real names?
Yuriko Hanzaki, Kwame Yenbo, and Alfonso Salvatore all committed suicide in sequence.
They're all dead.
Dead. Okay.
And you recognize these names as like the heads of very prominent nonprofit organizations that donate to Project Utopia.
Fuck, some of these guys cited some of my work.
And
Yeah.
before even
Well, time to see what's in the panic room.
I thought a
Come on, Larsie.
search on his computer or desk of any important information that he might be contribute that made him a target.
The last file open on his computer, which is being deleted remotely as you speak.
I'm gonna use computer science if I can
To stop it?
Yes.
The last file that appears to be opened, which is highly degraded already, appears to be a file on a 7. You unplug the computer and unplug the network cable, and it's still on and deleting itself. You're dealing with a cyberkinetic. But you do manage to stop the intrusion attempt to the point where you do see the last files he's open, and they're copies of the hard copy files that were in the Triton building, the Guardian building, and they're all about investments that Project Utopia or the Triton Foundation has made in assured defense contractors.
So covering their own asses.
I was able to save some of the information on the computer, or is that still
Yeah, you were able to copy some of it before you unplugged it, so it's highly
degraded. What I was
degraded.
going to do is try to absorb that corruption or some sort if I could.
No, it's like zero is written to drive. Like you'd have to take it to a computer forensic expert to get anything off of it.
Hey, you find this thing? Guy left behind his sandwich. Here, Elijah, you have a bite.
I managed to get everything that I could before everything got deleted.
Yep. And when it finally deletes, you see the same logo. The solution: solving the error of humanity, one death at a time.
I don't look at it.
I just start investigating the panic room to see
I was just going to do
what I can. Well, this is happening while you're dealing with the computers.
And then I go wake muscles for brains.
In the panic room, you see a familiar face looking right back at you, smiling, wiggling her fingers. Or should I say an unfamiliar face, through the telescreen. Hi, she says in a thick Irish accent, because I can't do one.
Oh, well, hello there, lass.
She goes, what do you think of my handiwork?
Well, honestly, I've been digging up dead things my entire life, but never have I really had to bury them quite just yet, so...
She goes, maybe we should meet up and talk.
Maybe we should, but just as long as I get to bring the dog.
I'll call you. Ciao. Disconnects.
All right, what else is in the panic room? Like, what can I
That's
find?
it.
No supplies or anything?
There's like supplies to eat and stuff like that and other things.
I'm going to take some snacks. Is there like any cash in the safe?
There's a big bottle of Riesling wine in there.
Cool. Later.
So I'm
hey, listen.
Over
the guy's dead.
Muscles for brains going.
You wake up and your mind is unfragged and your friend is trying to shake you awake.
All might to
What did we learn?
That you calling me in here was a bad idea.
However, you have successfully resisted her mind control, so it's going to be more difficult for her to control you in the future.
Nice.
Oh, it's like stat checks.
Exactly.
Cool.
So she uses the OpNet to plant hypnotic suggestions and visual feeds to people. That's her power. I told you I made a good bad guy.
You did.
I already kind of know what the next step's going to be.
Lloyd.
Oh, you mean like Times Square broadcast on all televisions?
No. Like basically,
she can't do that many people at once. It's impossible.
Good.
No, she's going to target group by group. Is what I'm thinking.
Exactly.
Austin, I just kind of look at you and like, and this is why I don't use the internet.
So we have to find out who's the next big one.
That just about wraps it up for today, I think.
So,
what did everybody think about today's session, our intro episode 0 session?
Pretty good.
Mind blown?
I like it.
Yeah.
So if we're meeting this chick, someone better hold me back. Good luck, everyone.
I just have 2 questions.
Sure. She didn't really know who was on the other end of the computer screen in her defense. She was just trying to control anybody.
Yeah.
So you just happen to walk into it.
1, is there anything particularly valuable within the panic room?
Yeah, there's a stack of U.S. cash total that raises your resource level by 1 full point.
Oh boy.
And second,
cash you just stole.
Can I keep the dog?
Yeah, of course.
Awesome.
Call it.
I was going to go afterwards, is in the garage, see if he's got any shady things in the garage, possibility like something hidden.
Porsche 911 Turbo, that's pretty much all he's got in the garage.
I'll take it.
Take the car.
That's fine. I'll up that resource.
You're going to steal the car.
I'll take it.
I don't think you can just like acquire the car.
Well, the thing is, though, is that all the data on his hard drives has just been fucking wiped, right?
No.
Including,
Most of it, yes.
how's the security cam footage?
Security camera footage is intact, but there's no camera in his own room.
Oh, so I'm good.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh,
So stealing the car, you'll probably get caught.
Oh, look, and I just have the key saying, hey, he just wants me to take it to another building.
And that was the last time you ever.
Besides,
at the same time, I'm walking out of the room
Besides-
eating the last of the sandwich. Man, that guy really did make
You
it
haven't
back.
even reported his death yet. You could be implicated, and you're
Hey,
talking about stealing his car.
Hey, boss. I want to let you know
Dormant
something. Oh, that's a good fucking sandwich.
What?
Hey, you know the guy we're supposed to be guarding?
Yes.
He has this conference room, you see, where all of these other foreign investors have been, and I list off the names that I was able to see.
He goes, uh-huh.
And I'm currently in it right now. I know I'm not supposed to, but I have some bad news. Are you sitting down right now?
He goes, I'm going to be sitting on your ass in a minute if you don't tell me what the fuck is going on.
They all blew their brains out, become some sort of Nova hacker forced them to do it. There are a couple who are still alive as far as I could see.
He
But,
just says, stay there.
but,
I'll be there soon.
German
he
chump-
doesn't, surprisingly, he doesn't yell at you. He just says, stay there.
yeah,
I will be there soon.
But yeah, it's just a mess here. By the way, I'm keeping the dog. He totally neglected this thing. I'm totally getting
One of our chief financial investors just blew his own brains out, controlled by a super
dude,
hacker. From what
not
you're telling
just
me.
one, at least 4.
And you're worried about a dog?
I have my priorities. You have yours.
You gotta remember, the guy that you're talking to is a jackass.
They're
Which
both
one?
jackasses.
Ah,
No, one's a
All right.
smart ass, the other one's a jackass.
Which one?
Evan, you've been trying
You're
to
the
say
smart
something
ass.
for like 10 minutes.
I know. I'm not very assertive when it's.
That's okay.
Sorry.
Anyway,
I've been keeping track of who's trying to talk, so what do you want to say?
I'm gonna say I'm liking this, but fuck that villain.
I don't know. I think she's kind of hot.
No, I'm about ready to go Batman on her ass and just throw her a wall. Just because I'm already at the stage where I'm raged.
I was gonna turn. her into a big
Nice
cushion
try
of
holding
ice.
the two of us back. The only Batman thing was actually the where are they thing.
Actually, I was gonna turn her into a pincushion of knives.
Alright.
I'm not sure if anybody's still watching
very
now
violent
because
mind.
we only
For
got
an
like 2
illusionist.
viewers. But if our viewers have any comments, they can chime in too. But we had 10 for a while.
Alright.
Hey, I held
That was
them
pretty
up.
good. Yeah, you guys all did a good job. It was
Nice.
good for our first stream.
Yeah.
So any questions? Anything I did wrong, or any questions, or any things that wasn't clear that I did?
No, I think you're okay on all that end.
All right, continuous improvement. I'm doing good.
Yep,
Yeah, good.
I'll actually let you know that
Cool.
we actually had 6 viewers other than myself as actually have been watching this stream.
Yeah, a lot of people watched for a while too, so they were enjoying it. So that's pretty cool.
That was actually the highest that I was able to see.
What did you think as an observer, Corey? Was it interesting?
Hilarious at most.
You can't wait to see more of what my evil machinations are yet.
The only thing I keep actually finding hilarious is that they always keep actually calling Austin muscles for brains or something related
What
to
do
that.
you
want out of me? Max strength. Punch stuff. That's what they want.
The game
all
system's
my
fun,
main
too.
stat is my dump stat.
He's basically like the Superman with no intelligence.
Yeah.
Literally what it is. No, the only
So,
one that actually seems like actually
Who's
is
the
the only one that
superhero
was
that basically was the clone of Superman?
You could technically save the life
Grant-
of there's time to
Bizarro.
save his life with healing. Schroeder.
Bizarro.
Okay.
So
I'll
I'll
try to do
assume
that
you'll
right
do
now.
that. You don't have to roll for it. You can just do it.
Okay.
Because he's dying. He's not dead yet.
Oh,
I touched the wounds, tried to slow it down.
All right, you heal him back to full health, but he's
Andrew
still in a
says he's
coma.
enjoyed it.
So he blew
Yeah.
his brains out, but his brains are now back.
Yes.
Yes.
Because my
Yeah, but
ability.
he's in a coma.
more like
And
a
you
time
stole
reverse.
his like 100.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe as a reward for saving your life, he'll
I just
give you
put a
his
card saying,
Maybe he'll give you his
there
point
saying-
for
in
saving
his
his life.
last will and testament before he
I put
faded
a
Really
card
true.
in his thing. It says, "The idiot saved your life." And
Nah, let's just leave him dead.
Uh,
He blew his brains out. He's dead.
in his
Forget
last
it. I'm
will and
retconning it. He's just
Hey,
dead.
as
Because
he
I want Ty to have this dog.
But the dog gets everything, though.
The dog
That's
gets
why it's in the
everything.
most ornate room.
Exactly.
Andrew
So
says
still
maybe
dog
he'll give
fucking
you
is
his
dead.
Porsche for saving his life or something.
I just realized you could have like tried to do a healing thing on him or something, but it probably wouldn't have
But I
worked.
didn't really care for the dude. So
Little do the people outside the room know, as he faded into unconsciousness, his last will and testament was that, "Thank you for saving me. Take my car and my dog."
The one thing I definitely want
Andrew
to
was
do
actually
when the
mentioning
next
a Porsche.
session comes is to study and analyze the research of the bullet. That basically,
The poly fiber
yes, to
bullet.
see what the material is.
I'm going to take a couple of the bullets and just put them at the
Well, we
bottom.
don't have it. He does.
I-
We're not with
Evan
him.
has them.
Well, when we reconnoiter, I guess we...
So
Let's
just to clarify the plot, so Project Utopia is funded by the Triton Foundation, and the Triton Foundation is funding an anti-nova research weapons program, or a company that has one.
So is
I just
Project-
take like, some of their
we've currently
materials
got-
and I can use it against them.
quote-unquote dirt.
It sounds
Yeah,
like there's
so-
a turf war, civil war going on. Project Utopia taking out Trident.
Exactly. Maybe not. We'll see.
As we
We'll see next time.
As we convene outside of our main building, I say, why don't we just distribute the bullets evenly so that we all have dirt in case if one of us gets caught?
I was
Alright.
gonna say like the anti-Nova weapons. You guys could have actually take like some of them and bring it to the research and development Nova, so that way they can maybe like re-engineer it and use it against the ones that actually made it to them.
No, but why can't we just order some?
Well, we'll have to answer
that
all these
seems too
questions
obvious.
next time on the
But
show.
we could just totally do it, though.
Thank everybody for watching. I'd like to thank our guests Joe, Austin, Ty, Evan, me and myself, James. I hope you enjoyed it. And now we go to our outro. Our outro music is by me, James Shive, featuring Ron Bilas. It's also our intro music is by me. You can find it at soundcloud.com/JAMESSHAIEB. I'd like to thank everybody for listening and everybody for being part of this podcast. It was a very successful first episode.
Yeah, I'll say.
I had fun.
Yep.
Woo!
And it was a lot of fun.
I also had fun one-upping Joe during the bar. You want to see the magic trick? I leave you 2 things.
I was actually expecting a bar fight between one of you guys.
Everyone would die.
It would be funny as hell to me.
Exactly.
Anybody who crosses my line is on the shit list. If you just made the shit list. In fact, I'm gonna be like Chris Jericho. You just made the list!
But the thing is, though, about us
God,
having these
I don't
bullets
even
now
know.
and not having to order them is that now the people we work for don't know we have the bullets. We don't have to turn them in. These are things that we can just use when we don't know if the enemy's going to be a Nova or not.
There's
See you
also
later,
a really
Andrew.
super simple solution.
See you next time.
I break.
Yeah, we are on every Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time at Twitch TV/Brave Yet Stupid. I will post the Facebook link to our show on our Facebook page. I hope to get a Twitter up soon so we can actually post our YouTube links there so people can find it there easily.
Yeah, let me know.
Yep, because it's pretty hard to find it under my name. So, but when it's uploaded, I'll set up a Twitter and I'll put that on the placard too. What lies ahead, head.
Head.
I thought I was saying it.
And we're out. Good night.
Not yet.
The part where we said ham.
So how many bullets did we get again?
5
Each?
total.
I grabbed a 5.
All right.
They're experimental, so good luck.
I tuck one under the dog's collar.
I wouldn't
Okay.
even put it on.
Orion's belt
I would
style.
put it in a container before you even put it on. So just in case it explodes, it doesn't come back and get you in the ass.
I mean, how is this thing going to explode? It's just essentially an experimental armor-piercing bullet.
I'm a doctor.
It bypasses Nova defenses is the idea.
Yeah. So it makes sense to have one where no one would expect it. Dog's collar, where it won't explode.
So now you're just making the dog suicide.
No,
Yeah,
he's
that's right, man.
the emergency ammo supply. He's my combat dachshund.
Arf, arf, people.
Are you talking about like those Swedish dogs that actually tend to
Dachshunds.
Wiener dogs.
Yes, that.
I was kind of surprised.
It's a German dog.
I was kind of surprised he didn't go with
Did you just
like,
call a dachshund a Swedish dog?
No, like dogs that are in Sweden. Yeah.
That's a corgi.
Our corgis are British.
Never mind, I was just really.
All I know is
like
that the Swedes love them.
That's fair.
Now Irish is golden.
I mean, you know how they have those little beer cozies where it's like a little flak vest? I can just imagine getting one and fitting it onto the dachshund.
Welcome to the dog chat, everyone.
I was talking about a dog that actually had like a barrel that
All right,
had
everybody.
in there. It's like a medkit or something.
All right, this is
Safer dogs.
James signing out. Thanks for listening. Remember, Brave Yet Stupid every Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Mostly stupid.
Brave yet stupid.
Like I said.